I hope everything's going well. I should say good morning, Berserker Patriot Store family, 'cause it's only 10:56. So obviously I'm going to let a few people come on here really quick. And today we're going to be speaking about how Trump broke the record for the most tariff revenue in the history of America in 1 month. And we're going to be talking about how Biden and anyone that was helping him commit this fraud may be going to prison for a very long time, including Kamala Harris. We might not have to worry about her running for the California governor. So, yeah, that's going to be very interesting, is it not? They're doing a massive investigation into this right now, and let's hope that something comes of it, because one thing I could say is I'm extremely disappointed and quite a bit pissed off. It means make America great again, like we're doing right now, making America great again. Trump just broke the record for the most tariff revenue ever brought into America in 1 month. $4 trillion in 1 month he just brought to the American economy. Your stock markets are through the roof right now. Inflation dropped 2.3% in 110 days, which is freaking amazing. $600 billion deal with Saudi Arabia, $1.2 trillion deal with Qatar, United Arab Emirates, $1.4 trillion deal. Record low trade with China, which is going to support our economy more than anything ever has come to China. We shouldn't even be doing trade with China. They're our biggest enemy. But if we're going to, at least we're going to do it with the best trade agreement that America has ever had with China. You see, we've been tariffed by China so high for the entirety of our trade with China that it's absolutely just busted our economy, because all of our stuff's coming from China and we're supporting China. But now that our tariffs are higher than China's and China's are lower than ours, we're going to equal out with China. I mean, I used to ship dirt bikes over to other countries and sell them to people. So I've shipped quite a bit of stuff through the Port of Authority in Tampa, in Florida. I also used to work at the Port of Authority when I was a teenager. So I have a little bit of experience, but I don't have like massive experience in trading. But I mean, this should be common sense. And, you know, if you learned anything about economics in school, this should be actually, absolutely. Everybody's talking about import. We need to export like crazy, because that's how you make America great again. You export products from America to other countries. You make these people buy our products. But the big news is two big news. First of all, Trump has demanded all information on Epstein be released. Seems like telling Dan something happened with Cash and Dan. I don't know if you guys noticed, something serious has happened with Cash and Dan. They've completely flipped a bitch on us. Somebody got to them. Somebody threatened their families or something, because this shit's crazy the way they're acting right now. If you don't know, did you know that Trump broke the record today for the most tariff revenue in the history of America in 1 month? Trump broke that record today. So let's get into Biden. First of all, now we know through video evidence and audio evidence that the Biden administration, you do realize they're going to void the administration if we find out this investigation releases information to do so, right? Meaning we have now video evidence that they knew Biden was mentally incompetent the entire time. They knew he had cancer before he was the president. And if we find out that he defrauded the American people, that's a crime. You don't have immunity from that. And the entire Biden administration, every single thing signed would be void and doesn't exist. So all these fucked up executive orders and all these pardons will go bye-bye real quick like. And every single person that was involved in this situation is also going to be prosecuted. For those of you trolls that are going to say, hey, that's not a thing, they can't prosecute them or void them. Okay. If a politician were to commit fraud to become president, they could face criminal charges under various federal laws, as well as potential removal from office through impeachment. The specific laws that would be applicable would depend on the nature of the fraud and actions. First of all, fraud, signing executive orders that the president himself doesn't even know about, which means somebody else is fraudulently signing his name to stuff he doesn't know now. Can you name? Can I name a flaw that Trump has? Yes, he sucks at picking people for his administration and his staff. He absolutely sucks at picking people for his administration and his staff. He could be a little too, not grandiose, because I love that he's grandiose and fucking savage. Okay, buddy. Well, your politicians definitely don't like you, because now we know for a fact we have whistleblowers coming out and turning over video and audio evidence every single day about the fraud of the Biden administration. One of which, Biden has now stage 5 cancer. In order for that to be stage 5 cancer, now he would have had to have known of having cancer before he was the president. And guess what? That means that the medical doctors for the Biden administration signed fraudulent paperwork and said he was physically fit enough to become the president. Okay, which means he defrauded the American people. This is a crime. And I'm about to read those crimes to you from the statutes of the United States American U.S. 18 Code 211 and 201. Okay, so to repeat that for your reference, if you want to read it yourself, that will be 18 U.S.C. 210 and 211. Purchase and sale of public office. Okay, so we have the evidence. They covered up everything. So Kamala Harris would be a part of that too. So we might not even have to worry about her running for governor of California, because she might be in prison. But these are minimum mandatory prison sentences for these are high crimes. This is defrauding the American people to get the highest office in America. So 1, Federal Election Campaign Act, the FECA. This law regulates campaign finance and includes provisions regarding fraudulent misrepresentation. So saying that you're mentally fit and saying that and signing paperwork that this person is mentally fit for the job when you know they're not, and we now have audio and video footage to prove that. Yeah, I live in a car because of evil people like you catching my stuff on fire and vandalizing everything. That's all right. You know what I mean? I've beat the fuck out of many of you people. I've had the pleasure of putting quite a few Democrats in the hospital over these past 4 years. So I don't feel bad about it. You know what? I don't know. They just 100% prosecuted the lady that punched the cop at the ICE. Do you know about that? That happened today. She's prosecuted. She's arrested. She's in jail right now, and she is being fully prosecuted for assault on a federal officer. So they are arresting some people. They've arrested 5 federal judges so far, but the mainstream media is silent about this stuff. Just like they're silent about the fact that Trump just broke the all-time record for American tariffs, bringing the most revenue into America in 1 month than any sitting president ever has. The mainstream media is completely silent about that. They're completely silent about the fact that inflation just dropped 2.3% in 100 days, which is unheard of. Unheard of. Okay, so we'll go to the second one, voter suppression fraud. Intentionally deceiving qualified voters to prevent them from voting is a federal crime. The Hunter Biden laptop, the fucking cancer, the mental disabilities, all fraud. Fraud by election officials. Fraud by election officials or other individuals involved in the election process is also a federal crime, according to the FBI. Then you've got 18 U.S.C. 210 and 211, purchase and sale of public office. These sections of the U.S. Code prohibit bribery and other actions related to purchasing, selling public office. Burisma. We have him right on video stating, son of a bitch, I told you. I mean, that's 5 felonies right there, 5 federal felonies right there. They absolutely disqualify that administration, which means everything from that administration will be erased from record. You understand that, right? If we find that this administration was void, that means everything they did was erased from record. So all you people that got that money from them, guess what? You get to pay that back to the IRS now. All you kids that got your little loans paid off, guess what? You get to pay that back to the IRS now. So everything that was signed would be void. So how about this? How about you don't order things from the biggest enemy of our country? You deserve what you get if you're ordering things from China. If you're ordering things on Amazon from Bezos, you know, oh, please pay 57. Yeah, I know. If we get shut off, my phone got shut off for the month, guys. I'll have it back on in a few days. My cash tag is embedded into my descriptions again. Hey, thank you, by the way. I got 23,000 views on my live yesterday. 23,756 views on my live yesterday. Thank all of you for that, by the way. I love you guys. Well, guess what? That's what too many people are saying. Focus on yourself instead of politics. I'm focusing on the future of the children in this country. That's what I'm focused on. I'm 43 years old. You know what I mean? Everything I've lost through vandalism, not because I can't take care of myself. I've owned the same company for 28 fucking years. It's the Democrats' fault that they pulled in and stole my shit and burnt my stuff to the ground. That's not my fault. I make myself a target, and I'll continue to be a target, so you don't target the people of my community that I love and cherish. Okay, I will fight until the death for the people of my community. It doesn't matter what you do to me. It doesn't matter what you take from me. I will continue to fight you evil fucking communists. And all you pedophiles, wood chippers for all, you know, I will continue to do this until you kill me. Nothing you can say on here is going to make me stop. None of the threats will ever make me stop. Threatening the people I care about, hurting me, coming after me, it'll never stop me. You people don't use good tactics. You hear a fact and it makes you upset and your feelings get hurt. Therefore, you result to violence and insults. You can never debate with somebody. The people on the left, you can never debate with me. You'll never speak with me. I've offered to let you go live with me gladly. Hey, if anything else, I got 23,000 views last night. If you're monetized on your channel, you could have got credit for those 23,000 views if you would have went live with me, Democrats. So my very first live back in 7 years, I got 10,000 views on that. So you could have gone live with me and you could have made money off of that. You got to stop thinking about the fact that your butt hurt and your feelings hurt. Therefore, your brain doesn't work and it just explodes all over the fucking place. You got to think about the fact that you could have made money off of me because I'm proud to make money off of you. Shit. I'm proud to take your money for being trolls of mine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. You know what? If you donate $40, I'll let you kick me in the ass. Shit. What the fuck? It's money, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody bitches about people making money. Oh, Donald Trump made money off of this. Good. I'm glad, because you know why? He doesn't accept $1 from the taxpayers as the president. Not 1 cent. He doesn't take any money for being the president of the United States because he's a billionaire and he doesn't care about that. He's got 600 fucking companies. You know what I mean? So good for him for making money off of anything. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at all your politicians. They were poor when they went in. They accepted their money as politicians and somehow became multi-millionaires without opening any businesses or doing anything. That's called quid pro quo pro. Okay. Anyway, hopefully we'll see Biden going to prison soon. We'll see Kamala Harris going to prison soon. If we don't, I'm not counting on that. I'm not saying that's going to happen because we all know the Republicans are fucking cowards. And every time it comes down to it and they're actually supposed to go in and do something, it doesn't end up happening. I'm just saying, legally, truthfully, by the facts of the situation, that's exactly what's supposed to happen right now. Is all these people should be getting arrested. They should be, the investigations are happening. But everything, yeah, they do. That's all they do is cry and insult. That's it. You know what I mean? And all these people saying we support Trump, but they don't support the way I'm speaking right now. You're not good Americans. you don't believe in this country if you don't believe in the way I'm speaking right now. Because what I am is a true red-blooded fucking patriot that loves my country, and everything I'm saying has 100% history and tradition in this country. Nothing you Democrats can come up with. What are tariffs? Tariffs are something that we're supposed to have in place. What are they achieving? Okay, let me explain this to you again. Seems like I have to explain this in every video for some reason. When you have tariffs on another country, that means that the people that are in your country, your production for your country, that's leaving your country, because those countries have such high tariffs on us and we don't have them on them. So they go to that country and they make a product in that country. And then that country is marked made in China. And then China gets a percentage of every single product that's sold out of their country from an American company. Okay? And we lose that industrialism in our country. What tariffs do is it taxes those companies now and forces them, if they want it cheaper, to bring that company back to America. Okay? American-made products, American-made steel, American-made car products, manufacturing. We've lost all of our warehouses in America. You remember in the 90s, there was a warehouse in every town that gave thousands of people. Do you understand that if we bring all the manufacturing back to America that we had, that would create hundreds of millions, first of all, of jobs, well-paying, most union jobs with full benefits, so you can have that medical that you want. I'm a Seminole Indian, so my people were here before you even conquered this country, guys. My skin is red, so I am Native American and Irish, but everybody is from another country. Everybody is from another country, except for the Native Americans. We're conquerors. That's what we do. Anyway, long story short, we'll make it like this, like I explained it yesterday. I buy parts for my truck right now, and they say made in China on them. They're made out of aluminum and plastic. I have to buy a new part every month because it breaks like that, okay? Every part that I take off of this truck from 1999 says grade A steel made in America. It's got 950,000 miles on it, and it's lasted for almost 30 years. So you say it's cheaper to not have tariffs. Look at it this way. Do you want to buy a product and it lasts for the rest of your life? Or do you want to have to buy, is it cheaper to buy that product every single fucking month because it breaks down on you? Remember when we used to be able to buy a pair of shoes and they would last you for 4 or 5 years? Now a pair of shoes lasts for about 2 months and it just falls apart. They just fall apart. Okay, that's because they're made in other countries that don't have the same standards as America does, and they don't make it at top quality like we do. We have specific standards of how you have to make a product in America. So once we get that industrialism back, we're a fully self-sufficient country again. You do realize we chose them, or you do realize this wasn't the first place that the settlers landed, right? We landed on other places. This is where we chose because it has everything we need. It has all the minerals we need. It has all the land we need to grow food. It has everything that we need to survive. We don't need other countries. We chose to be the world power. We don't need to be the world police. What we need to do is we need to have a moratorium on everything except for American made. We need to shut the fucking country down, build the fucking country back up to where we have more industrialism than these other countries do, and that we can export. Everybody talks about importing. Why do you want to import other people's shit when we can export our shit and make twice the money off of it? You know what I mean? Because you have to pay to import people's stuff, but they have to pay you to export it to them. So which way do you want to go? Do you want to make money? Do you want to be able to get a good job that's not working at fucking McDonald's where you're making $40, $50 an hour, plus you have full benefits and you can get, medical, dental, vision, all that shit that your family needs, where you can afford to buy a home? Another thing that does is it brings manufacturing back to America for home products. So do you want to be able to live in a home, or do you want to live in a pot and eat the fucking bugs? Which one do you want? Because if we continue to only import other people's products, it's just going to keep screwing stuff up. Because do you understand that these contracting companies open manufacturing warehouses? Then they can give you wholesale prices because they're making the product that their company is building for your house. So you're getting a wholesale price now instead of paying the contractor that's paying a subcontractor that's paying for material that's this, going to a different place for every product instead of just going back to their warehouse, directly manufacturing the product that goes on your home and bringing it back. Do you understand how that works? Manufacturing's been dead in America. The auto manufacturing, we're fucked here. We can't even survive in auto manufacturing without other countries anymore. We don't even produce the things that we need to produce to keep our computers running here any longer. So if these other countries were just to decide to cut us the fuck off, our country would collapse. Our country would absolutely collapse. But you're watching this poop content, aren't you? You're on here giving me them views, aren't you, buddy? Love you for that. So, see, like I said, you only resort... Oh, don't get me started on the whole third term thing. You do understand how that legally works, right? Because the Democrats have already legally deemed that the first Trump administration was inadmissible. Remember that? Remember they took him to court to say his first administration was inadmissible? So if they can make it to where his first administration was void, then he's not running for a third term. He's running for a second term. Just a little bit of way to think about that. So one strategy way to think about that. But a lot of things they're saying when they say Trump 2028, you do realize Donald Trump Jr. has put his bid in for the presidency in 2028. So he's talked about that numerous times in all kinds of different podcasts and lives. So once again, you're falling for the master troll that is Donald Trump that really, really just tweaks your buttholes, man. I mean, you have a prolapsed butthole as soon as he walks out because that thing just falls right out of you. You don't know what to do. You see the man and you just freak the fuck out. You have to create laws in communist cities just to prosecute the man. You can't prosecute him under the actual law of the country. You have to create a whole new law just to prosecute him in court. And now your politicians that did the prosecuting are about to go to prison for the exact same thing they prosecuted him for. So you're joking, right? Donald Trump was exactly who Don Jr. is right now when he ran for office the first time and ran into one of the largest landslide we've had in American history. Every MAGA Republican would vote for Donald Trump Jr. What are you talking about? He runs multi-billion-dollar companies. He runs all the campaigning and stuff for his father. He's been involved in his father's politics this entire time. What are you talking about? He doesn't know what he's doing. He's out there standing up for people like you right now. Go listen to the speech Don Jr. just gave. You know what I mean? Well, that sucks. Do you need some help? Hakwin, do you need some help? Well, that's funny because when he came to my Trump store down here when he was doing his campaign tour, he didn't wash his hand after he shook mine. Neither did his wife or his daughter Ivanka when I met him. None of them. When I went to the Trump Mar-a-Lago event for the Republican Executive Committee, because I was on the board of the Republican Executive Committee, I wasn't sitting, hundreds of people were there. Everybody gets invited. I'm not saying they personally invited me to a lunch. I just went with the REC. Shook all of our hands, kissed babies, ate Big Macs with us, Big Macs and French fries with us. He went and he worked a fryer at McDonald's. You don't see any other politicians doing that. So you say the man won't shake your hand. Do you know about the woman at Trump Towers in New York? Does anybody know about the black lady that's lived rent-free, that snuck into Trump Towers in like 1980 something? And has lived there officially 100% rent-free and had all of her food and bills paid for the past 30-something years by Donald Trump. They tried to kick her out. They caught her sleeping in the motel. And you can look this up. It's a factual story. It's been all over the news. I wouldn't want to be a billionaire. I don't care about money. You know what I care about? I care about loyalty. I care about loyalty. Money doesn't get you as much as loyalty does in life. Okay, Matt, first of all, if we wanted to make him king, nothing any of you retards could stop us. Because we're savage and we're conquerors, and that's what we do. You people like to fuck little kids, eat babies, and shoot yourselves and catch yourselves on fire. So There's literally, if we wanted to just physically take this country, there's nothing you could do about it. Absolutely nothing. We would slaughter you. 100%. We could take 20 of us and beat every single one of you Democrats. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. Okay? You've called us this, you've called us that for so many years that we just don't, absolutely. We're in the civil strife phase. And it's the Democrats that are causing this. They're the ones going out and getting violent. Everybody says we're violent. You can't give us one instant that Trump supporters have been violent other than January 6th. We can give you hundreds. We can give you thousands of incidents where you people have been violent and killed people, raped women, burnt shit to the ground, blown shit up. You're actual terrorists. And you support terrorists like the Hamas in Palestine. Holy fuck, bro. Did you see the story that the survivor just gave that mainstream media won't play? That she's having to go on Republican podcasts and stuff right now because of how horribly they raped her and tortured her while she was a prisoner? Yeah, you don't pay attention to that though, do you? You still fall for the very fine hoax situation. People still fall for that when we know for a fact that Donald Trump said there are very fine people on both sides, except for the neo-Nazis. I condemn them fully. But you people still fall for the very fine hoax. You people still think that Abrego Garcia was a fucking Maryland man. No, he was an El Salvadorian citizen that was a criminal alien that's a fucking terrorist MS-13 gang member that's verified in court findings before any of this even happened. He was on 2 detainer holds from ICE, okay? The due process of that, I read to you yesterday. I read it right out of the Webster's Dictionary. See, that's what I laugh about is you people say I'm lying, but I'm reading you these facts directly out of the Webster's Dictionary. I also have here the definition of fraud. Okay. So, deceit, trickery, cheating, intentional deception to cause a person to give up property or some lawful right. Something said or done to deceive, trick, or... You can't give me, you keep calling Donald Trump a liar, but every time I ask one of you, give me one instance he's lied to us. One. Because every promise he's made, he's kept. So give me one instance, give me one fact. And if you're right, I'll tell you you're fucking right. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump for me. This has to do with my country and my community. That's what this is. Yeah, war's already in Europe, though. Why would I want to come to Europe? You've been taken over by fucking Muslims and terrorists, bro. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for you guys. Like, we got this guy on, TikTok all over these shorts saying, 100 British against 100 Americans. Who would win? We already had that fight. And we slaughtered you motherfuckers. What are you talking about? We already did this. And that's why we're America. Because we already did that for them. We already had that fight. I'm waiting for him to say 100 Canadians just so we can have a good laugh. You know what I mean? But let me weigh in on this situation. I don't talk about stuff like this very often. 100 men versus 101 gorilla? That gorilla's going to fuck every one of you up, bro. He's going to wear your skin and rape you. Are you kidding me? A gorilla has a punching force of 3,800 pounds. Let me give a reference. It takes 1,600 pounds of pressure for your brakes to stop a full-size truck. And a gorilla has a 3,800 pound punching force and a 2,400 pound bite force. So it's just going to shred you apart, people. Don't go fight gorillas. That's stupid. Just like you Democrats were eating Tide Pods, bro. What the fuck? Licking toilet seats. Come on, man. You want us to take you seriously and you catch yourselves on fire and you lick toilet seats and you think we're a fucking democracy? Like I said, let's do it. Let's be a democracy. Let's do it. Because we have many options when it comes to a democracy. Many, many options. You want to know what those options are? The majority can vote every single one of you out of the country because there is no due process in a democracy. It's the majority rules. Majority rules. Okay? So we can just vote you right the fuck out of the country. Or we can vote you to prison. We can say, you know what? We don't want these people to have freedom, so we're just going to vote them into prison. That's what they want, but they don't understand they could throw shit 1,800 pounds plus what? They could throw shit. Oh yeah, just pick it up, boom. You see that gorilla that flipped that fucking car over in that TikTok short? that's going around that's kind of viral right now. Gorilla just walks up and goes, meh, like it's nothing, and just fucking flips the whole fucking car over with one hand, bro. Yeah, I ain't fighting no gorilla. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if we have Planet of the Apes, I'm sorry, people, but I'm going the fuck underground, and I'm gonna sit back with a fucking long scope, big caliber rifle, and I'm gonna be shooting at them motherfuckers from a long distance. There ain't no hand-to-hand combat or CQB when it comes to a motherfucking monkey, bro. Even a chimpanzee. The chimpanzee's gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? A chimp, a simple chimp is gonna fuck you up. It's gonna rip your face off. Monkeys and gorillas and chimpanzees are savage fucking creatures, dude. And their brains are way too smart for how strong and savage they are. So it's fucking scary. Fucking, they'll poop in their hand and slap you with their dick, bro. That's how savage they are, literally. My uncle used to own a spider monkey, and when my grandma would come over, it fucking hated her. So it would get up against the cage, it'd take its dick and it'd just slap it, bam, bam, across the cage, and it'd poop in its hand and throw it at her. That's the kind of savagery you're dealing with if you want to fight a fucking monkey or a gorilla. Just don't do it. Am I anti-Muslim? I'm a proud infidel. Because the Muslim religion, and you're not going to tell me anything about the Muslim religion. I've lived in many different Muslim countries, and they fucking hate us. They have what's called black flag zones. If an American goes in them, they're automatically killed. You can be killed for being a Christian in a Muslim country, okay? You can be killed for being any other religion in a Muslim country. It's illegal to be any other religion in a Muslim country. The Muslims believe the end of times cannot come until the entire world is eradicated of all infidels. So that means there's no middle ground. So no, I don't stand for Muslims at all. I can't stand Muslims, to tell you the truth. Terrorists, what you are, terrorists. What's not true? Afghanistan, I've been to the other side of Israel, Jerusalem. I have been to Pakistan twice. My friends are in Pakistan right now. You can go watch my Facebook. They're in Pakistan at the moment with their ministries. Where else did we go with my dad when I was a kid? Pretty sure we were in Egypt for a while. Did we take the camels over that way? We went across the land bridge. Yeah, so we had to go over to Egypt. I was young when all this happened. These people absolutely hated us. They tried to kill you left and right. They're killing each other. They're fucking little boys in the streets. They say boys are for pleasure and women are for whatever. You know, shit's crazy. It's gross. It's a nasty country. They're savage fucking people. Horrible fucking country. The main people that go native with Muslim are women. I'm telling you right now, what you're asking me, why do y'all keep asking me? What's a Gomer? Anyone that's a pedophile, that's fine in Muslim countries. They force 10 and 12-year-old girls to marry them. They force little boys to have sex with them in Muslim countries. You've never been to a Muslim country, don't speak on it, okay? If you've never read a Quran, Surah 128, you must destroy all the infidels. Just go to the Quran, Surah 128. Yes, I've read the fucking Quran. I could recite fucking surahs to you, okay? So if you can't recite that stuff to me, and you don't know anything about it, like these queers for Palestine, they would murder all of you horribly. They would torture you horribly. They would hang you by burlap sacks from telephone poles in 120-degree weather and stone you to death for days. For days. They have this one trick they do in Muslim countries where they take a piece of PVC and they put barbed wire inside of it and they shove it up your ass and then they pull the PVC out. And then when they rip the fucking barbed wire out, it prolapses your asshole and turns it inside out. That's gotta fucking suck, bro. That's gotta be absolutely fucking horrible. It is methed up. It's horrible. Fucking, dude, listen, I live in Florida. We got a lot of meth monsters down here, bro. I can't stand those fucking people. I don't mind homeless people because I'm one right now. And I can tell you this. I can see where some of the homeless people are coming from and why some homeless people are Democrats, because Republicans don't do anything to help homeless people. And listen, where I have a more libertarian stance when it comes to that and a Christian stance when it comes to that. Because as good Christians and stewards of Christ, we are supposed to help our fellow man. We are supposed to help each other. Our government's not supposed to be here. Our churches are supposed to be helping people. That's what's supposed to be happening. People are supposed to be able to cap's not red. This cap's not red. Is this one red enough for you? Or I can get my Trump 2024 I'm back hat on, or I can put my other one on, my black one. But the original, you do understand that the original uniform for the Republican Army was blue, right? The South, the Democrats were the red coats and the Republicans were the blue coats. So you understand that's how that works, right? You love Putin? Well, that's a horrible thing to say. Where did God say love your neighbors? Where's that at in the Bible? Love your neighbors as you love yourself. And it doesn't say, it says judge lest ye be judged the same way. So you can't judge if you're doing the same thing that person's doing. Okay, it doesn't tell you not to judge people in the Bible. It tells you judge lest ye be judged in the same manner. Okay, because for whatever judgment you place on people in this life, God will judge you when you get there and he reads the book of life to you. Okay, but it also says we must be good stewards of Christ and go out and tell the people the good word of the Lord. You know, we must tell them that God doesn't tolerate your sin. If you willfully live in sin, you can't just live in sin your whole life. The moment you've accepted Jesus Christ into your life, and then you turn back to that sin, that's blaspheming the Lord. You're done. That's it. You don't just get to flip-flop back and forth over and over and over again. It says you must be good stewards of God. Okay, even Jesus said blasphemy is the only unforgivable sin. In Revelation, it tells you, I have this against you. You tolerate the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel was a whore. She was someone that brought sexual immoralities into the world at that time, and were leading all the men astray and having them do whorish, horrible things against God. Look at Babylon. Look at Sodom and Gomorrah. God just absolutely said, fuck you. Beep, 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 beep. You know, fire and brimstone type of shit. There's nothing in the Bible that tells you God is a strictly loving God. As a matter of fact, it tells you God hates very many times in the Bible. It tells you that God is a very not tolerant God. He's not tolerant of willful sinning. He's tolerant of people that repent from their sins. Okay? So if you were a horrible sinner, you did horrible, horrible things all throughout your life, and then you... that right there will get you in hell, so have fun with that. Allah is the real God. No worshiping idols. Even Jesus said that, and that would be an idol. So if even the Quran says all previous revelations of the Torah in the Bible are true, then the Quran can't be true. Because even the Quran says all of the previous books and revelations of the Bible are true. Therefore, the Quran can't be true. The Quran was invented in war, for war. If you go over to a Muslim country and you read the back of the Quran, it says right in it the origin of the Muslim religion. Okay? So the Bible originally was written in Arabic because the disciples were Arabic. You know, they came from all different Arabic places. So everyone that says, well, the Greek translation, it doesn't matter what the Greek translation says. The direct translation of the Bible would be in Arabic. So if you're not translating the words from Arabic, you're not translating the actual Bible. And then the Old Testament was spoken in Hebrew. So if you're not translating it from Hebrew or Aramaic and you're translating it into Greek, that's not the Bible. Okay, as a matter of fact, it was the Romans that persecuted Jesus Christ and had them choose from the murderer or Jesus on who to kill because he wanted to wash his hands of the death of Jesus Christ. And then the soldier that pierced Jesus through the chest dropped to his knees and cried because when he did that, he felt the power of Christ at that moment, and he watched Jesus, die and ascend into heaven. So, I mean, you guys look, they just found the Dead Sea Scrolls, And the book of Isaiah from 10,000 years ago is exactly the same as the book of Isaiah today in the King James or the traditional Bible that we have. For word, verbatim, nothing has been changed. It's exactly the same. Well, I don't have a daughter, so it doesn't matter who my daughter would marry. I mean, my daughter could marry whoever she wanted to if I had one, though. As long as it was a good man, you know. What is the blue heart all about? Is that a back the blue type of thing? Is that what that is? What's the blue heart all about? Somebody tell me. Man, there's a lot of I got you. Listen, you got to stop. Everybody's got to stop associating with something else. The color blue is just the color blue, man. You know, the color red is just the color fucking red. Okay, and that's just what it is. If you're born in America, you're just an American. You're not anything else. You've never been to Africa, so you're not an African American. You're just an American. Your ancestors were Africans. You're just an American, though. If you're from America and your parents are Mexican, you're not a Mexican American. You're just an American. Your parents are from Mexico. You've never lived in Mexico. Okay, you understand that's how that works, right? You're just an American. If you're legally in this country, you're just an American, guys. Be happy about that. You should be proud of that. The countries you're from are fucking savage and they're not fucking civilized, most of them. You know what I mean? Fuck. Have you ever been to Africa? My dad sent me videos and pictures when he was preaching in Africa. That shit was fucking horrible. Live in mud huts. I got this one video that they were just taking whole monkeys, not gutted, fur and everything, throwing them in a pot, boiling them up, and then eating on them, bro. That's crazy. That's not civilized. Okay, that's crazy. They don't even prepare their food. You got cannibals in Africa. Yeah, cannibals in all these other countries. You got fucking just weird, creepy, crazy shit. We got cannibals too, but our cannibals are just fucking psychopaths that kill people and eat their fucking faces. These people are sustainable cannibals. They're eating. Look at fucking barbecue. The guy that took over to Haiti, a whole fucking regiment of cannibals took over Haiti for a little while. That's crazy, bro. That shit's fucking crazy. Yes, but they don't prepare the monkeys. I've eaten monkey brains. I've had anything you can think of when it comes to eclectic different types of fucking food. I've eaten fucking possum, bro. I don't give a fuck what you eat. But they just take the whole monkey without processing it, guts, bladder, and all, full of fur, eyeballs in, and just throw it in a pot. And they boil it. And then they chew on it with the hair still on it. That shit's savage, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are. You have to admit, that shit's savage. I sent this video to the Hodge twins like a year ago. So go to the Hodge twins on YouTube and check out The Monkey in the Pot in Africa. I think that's what they titled as, The Monkey in the Pot in Africa. Okay? That shit's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. Because that's coming from black men talking about it. That's why I send you to them. Because you liberals nut the fuck up as soon as a black guy jumps up and starts spitting facts at you. You're like, oh, you don't know how to act. You're like, oh, I hate you. I'm against what you do, but you're black. Oh my God, I have to show my white guilt. Everybody's talking about white privilege. Man, all these black people driving around me in nice fucking cars, brand new Mercedes-Benz. I'm fucking sitting here in my truck with an umbrella set up to keep my dog in the shade. I'll turn the car on, puppy. So, don't tell me about no fucking white privilege. Shit. I ain't never been rich. I've made okay money in my lifetime. I've done pretty well up until all this political persecution stuff. No, the guy's name was Barbecue. The leader of their army was Barbecue. The guy that was their leader, his name, he called himself Barbecue, and he was a cannibal. That's a hell of a name, right? Fucking shit was crazy. I'm a proud white man, but I don't believe in that whole white power bullshit. You know what I mean? I believe everybody are just human beings. All you people that are Democrats are the ones that are racist as fuck. You're the only ones judging things off the basis of skin color. We're not doing that. We don't give a fuck. You know? What was the only person that stopped and stood and supported me at the rally this past Saturday? A black man, against every white person that had a Black Lives Matters flag out there. There wasn't one black person. I've never seen one black person at one of your Democrat rallies, ever. Ever. All these Democrat rallies you see posted, of all you thousands of people getting in the streets right now on the weekends, there's not one black person or a person of color standing with you. It's all white, pasty, either old or really young people. Now, I'm a Florida boy. I am a Florida boy, 100% through and through. I like my alligators and sharks. That's some good eating right there. Some alligator tail. Woo doggy. That's some good old nuggets. Get some fried up alligator tail with a little bit of hush puppy crispiness on it. That shit's fucking fire, bro. You gotta get good fresh alligator though. Where did I just put my notebook? Right there. So I'm just doing this live because I don't know when I'm going to be able to go live again. I love you guys. I hope you're safe. I drove around for 3 hours first thing this morning before I went live. That's why I didn't go at the time I thought I should. No, America was never just supposed to be a white country. That makes no sense whatsoever. We're not Nazi Germany, you know. Here's the funny thing. Democrats used to be the ones against big government, but now that Donald Trump's trying to make the government smaller and we want to get rid of all this government power and put it back to the states like it's supposed to be, and we even want to take some of the power from the states and give it back to the citizens like it's supposed to be. This Constitution makes it very clear. I read it to you yesterday. The power is invested in the people of the United States, not the government. It says the mere politician is to be subverting to the people, okay? Their only job is to do our will. That's it. Their job isn't to make up policies. It's to pass the policies they ran on for us. But we have politicians that are making up policy. When's the last time we declared war through Congress? Think about that. You know what I mean? It's been over 50 years since we've actually declared war through Congress and a war that we've gone to. But you're welcome, because there's all these massive wars that have been kicking off for the past 4 years under Biden. Donald Trump is stopping. And thank God, you know, we're fixing to wash our hands of Ukraine and Russia altogether, right? They don't want to work something out. The Democrats keep standing in the way. So Donald Trump just announced he's possibly thinking about just washing his hands of them completely and letting them do their thing. Beautiful. That's exactly what should happen. Yeah, the Naturalization Act, where you come through the port of authority the legal way. That's what the Naturalization Act is. A naturalized citizen that comes to our country legally. But the 14th Amendment, the part y'all always are saying, due process to citizens or those born in the country. You always skip the part that says that are under the jurisdictions of the United States. The criminal alien having the baby, which are called anchor babies, they get latched to America, are not subject to the jurisdictions of America. Therefore, that thing they popped out of them is not, that human being they popped out of them is also not subject to the jurisdictions of America. So birthright citizen, gone. Every illegal, the fuck out of our country, gone. Bye. See ya. Gone. Your due process is deportation. I read that to you right out of the Webster's Dictionary, the definition of due process. Due process does not mean a court hearing. That would be a habeas process, your habeas corpus rights, okay? So, yeah, and I've been in the system like a motherfucker, so you're not going to tell me nothing about the law. I've read the law library over and over and over and over again, okay? You're not going to talk to me about laws. It's what I do. I research laws all fucking day long, okay? I've been in the fucked up system. I'll tell you right now, we don't have justice in America. We just don't. We don't have any justice in America. The courts are designed to fuck you in the ass. The state works against you with the judges. Your lawyer works against you with the judges. Nothing comes out to a fair representation of the people at all whatsoever. The checks and balances of America have been broken down to the point where we no longer have the freedoms we're supposed to enjoy. Every law against the Second Amendment is illegal. It's against the Constitution. The Second Amendment is the only amendment that never had an amendment clause attached to it. The definition of infringed is literally a right to be taken. Shall not be infringed. Shall not take this right is what shall not be infringed means. Shall not take these rights. These are inalienable, God-given rights Everybody keeps saying we're citizens. No, we're sovereign citizens. We have authority under God. Everybody, oh, you're one of those sovereign citizen types. Everybody's a sovereign citizen in America. We have authority under God. A citizen is someone that has authority from their government. We don't get authority from our government. So if you're a citizen, you're just a sheep and you're a fucking communist. If you're a sovereign citizen, you have authority under God. That's what sovereign means, authority under God, a higher power. Okay? Authority under God is a sovereign citizen. If you just call yourself a regular citizen because you want to follow the checks and balances of the law, that's not how that works. The checks and balances of law are here to keep the government from violating our rights, not the other way around. You understand that, right? The reason we have a constitution is to stop a tyrannical government from taking our freedoms. We fought a war to be free Englishmen. Okay, and we set up checks and balances to stop the government from doing corrupt things, not to stop citizens. We're sovereign. We have authority under God. We can't go fish without a license or being told that we're allowed to fish. We can't go swimming in water without being told we're allowed to do it. We can't collect our own water without buying permits. We don't live in a free America anymore. We haven't lived in a free America in a long time. So if you think I'm taking up for the way that things are ran in America right now, am I pissed off that I don't like Donald Trump's stance on the Second Amendment at all? If he cared about the Second Amendment, every felon right now would have a pardon. Because if everybody has their Second Amendment rights, the people that don't need them probably won't be here anymore, right? And then we wouldn't have to tax our prison system so much. That's how America's supposed to work, okay? The people that aren't supposed to have things just don't need to be here anymore. I don't believe in mass incarcerations. I don't believe in any of that. I can tell you for a fact that prison doesn't do anything but make more criminals. You learn how to be a better criminal when you go to prison. That's all you do. Unless you're old and you finally realize, holy fuck, all these people that have these revelations that they're reformed from prison have been to prison 10 times or just did 20 fucking years. They're like, oh, I don't want to go back to that fucking box. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I don't believe in prison at all. None. If you're a pedophile, you should get the death penalty, plain and simple. It should be a public execution by either wood chippers, firing squad, or hanging in the streets. If you're a corrupt politician or you violate your oath to office, you should get capital punishment for that. Or don't take the fucking oath. Because when you take an oath to something, especially the Constitution, that oath's above everything in your life now. Or you shouldn't take it. You put a uniform on to put yourself above. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be above the bullshit. You're supposed to be above your feelings. You're supposed to be above getting angry at your citizens. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. In 2025, it's guilty until proven innocent. They don't know what reasonable articulable suspicion is. They don't know what the constitutional rights to record in public are. They don't know Second Amendment rights for people to carry their firearms. They don't know any of that stuff. Everybody's always like, well, do you have a concealed carry permit? I said, I don't need one. I have an open carry permit. It's called the fucking Second Amendment. People, you need to understand the government, nobody in the government is 100% here to help us. Some people are trying to make things better, but in order, I've been talking without drinking for a little bit, but in order to actually make things better in America, we have to tear it all the fuck down. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. You know what I mean? But everybody wants to start from the top up. It doesn't work like that, because you can replace all the politicians you want. But if the enforcement arm of the law is still enforcing corruption, then it's still corrupt. But if you fix the enforcement arm of the law first, if you go around and you make sure that every cop, you have a civilian oversight committee that holds every single law enforcement apparatus in the country accountable and transparentable, then you can, I might have just made that word up, but I don't think I did. Transparency. Sounded good though, transparentable. Anyway, if you hold them accountable and the enforcement arm of the law doesn't enforce the corruption, there is no corruption. There's none. Well, then that just makes you a professional fucking victim, doesn't it? Because name me one president that did more for black people in their first term that Trump did. He got over 1 million black people released from prison with his new Prison Reform Act. He made it to where black people can't be just willy-dilly put in prison without fucking everybody, but majority black people are in prison. We know that. But I'll tell you one thing. If you don't want to be scared of somebody, don't commit the majority of the crime in a country. Don't kill each other. You're talking about you're scared of white people. It's black people killing black people. There ain't no white people out here just indiscriminately going around beating up black people, but there's black people everywhere going around indiscriminately just killing white people because they say we're fucking evil. But tell me what we're doing to you. Give me one instance of a racist that's killed a black person in the past 50 years. Give me one. Give me one, please. Opinion on Israel? My opinion is I don't have an opinion on Israel. It's not our war. Not our war. They nuke each other, they nuke each other. We need to worry about America. America first. I'm 100% America first. That's not my business. We need to build the new Israel right here in America. That's what we need to do. And glorify God instead of man and get back to when the country was good again. That's what we need to do. Fuck all these other countries, every one of them, all of them. All of them. Go away. We'll do trade with El Salvador. We'll do trade with Argentina. They've turned their countries around completely. Everybody else, though, do your own thing. It's not our job. It's not our job to waste billions of dollars of taxpayers' money that doesn't want to go to a war. We shouldn't be in war. You know, none of us should. But guess what? It's always, all you people take it up for Muslims, it's always the Muslim country starting a war, isn't it? Always, always. There's never a time in history you can show me that Muslims aren't at war or killing and pillaging. Ever. So, you keep taking up for those warmongers, Democrats. What fucking hypocrites you people are. Talk about don't kill animals and eat meat, but it's fine to murder babies. 100% fine to murder fucking babies in the womb, but they're not babies, they're a clump of cells. You're a fucking clump of cells. I'm a clump of fucking cells. We're all a clump of cells. They just happen to be a clump of human cells that are going to form into a fully functioning human being. Do you understand? I don't believe there's any forgiveness for baby murderers, period. Period, period. That's my opinion. It doesn't tell me that in the Bible. That's my opinion. Now, meth's bad for you. Drugs are bad, okay? The most I do anymore is smoke some THCA. I don't even drink. You ramble? You're right, I do ramble right now. I don't normally go live during the day. This isn't a normal live. This is so I can go live for the last time before my phone gets shut off. So I can say I love you guys and I'll continue to fight for you. And that's the funny thing, because you can go through my videos and you can see. Now, you just want that adrenochrome. You can see I practice what I preach every day. Anyone that asks me for help, I help them. I don't give a fuck. You know, that's the problem we have is we don't have a lot of people that do what they say they do. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't care who you are. If I can help you, I will. I don't care if, you know what? 2 inches hurts at 20 miles an hour. It doesn't matter how big it is. 2 inches still hurts at 20 miles an hour, buddy. Oh, you have a small dick? I'm sorry about that, man. That sucks for you. Hell no, it's not a Ford. It's a fucking Chevy, man. I'm not gay. Fuck. I drive a Chevy. I ain't gay. Fucking Ford. Is that a Ford? People go, oh, Chevy's a piece of shit. Man, I got 952,000 miles on this baby. And she still purrs like a fucking kitten. No knocking in the engine. Every time. Every single time. 5.3 LS, 5.3 liter V8 LS. What? What do you want? You want me to turn the truck on? Let me turn my truck on for my dog real quick. There, you want some AC? Come over here. Come say hi to the people. Come say hi to the people. Hey, what are you doing, Sweaty? Get him. Get him. Oh, where is he? Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Watch him. Get him. There he goes. Get him. Get him. Get him here. Where is he? Is that him? Get him. You're right. My dog's gorgeous. She absolutely looks better than me. 100%. A lot of people look better than me. I'm a fucking ugly troll-looking motherfucker. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. America. Absolutely. America. Yeah, I never wanted an electric vehicle in my life. You people make me want to drive a fucking Tesla truck, bro. That's insane. I ain't never wanted to. I have no inkling to want one. But I did find out that a Tesla is also a free solar generator because you can get one with the model that has plugs in it. And you can plug shit into it. So that's pretty fucking cool. You have a massive fucking generator. If it can. Yeah, well, it's been broken so many times I can't even count. I don't ever go to the hospital for stuff, so um, I just try to reset it to the best of my ability. But yes, thanks for noticing that the bone is crooked in my nose. GMC has a Hummer that's electric now. Tesla didn't exist. What are you talking about? Elon Musk created Tesla. What are you talking about? Elon Musk is the creator of Tesla. Unless you're thinking about Nikola Tesla, the scientist, you know what I mean? But Elon Musk is the creator of Tesla. He owns Tesla. Which by the way, he gave up his powers in Tesla to do the X thing for you guys. So you're welcome for that. You don't get censored on X anymore. You think Elon Musk is a puppet? That's weird because for a puppet, he sure is the richest man on the fucking planet. He sure has accomplished more in this country since he came here from out South Africa than pretty much anybody. If it wasn't for him, our astronauts would still be stuck in outer space. If it wasn't for him, we damn sure wouldn't be able to land rockets right on the Earth because NASA doesn't do that. You understand that, right? We've been using Russian Soyuz capsule rockets for the past 20 years. We haven't built a new rocket in America in over 40 years, and they have no plans on building a new rocket. It's going to be another 20, 25 years before we have new rockets with NASA. So Elon Musk is the only one out here building rockets to try to help humanity prosper in other places. You know what I mean? Trying to help us find out the mysteries of the universe. So nobody else is doing that. Have you not seen the videos? He personally goes through and inspects every single rocket that comes out. You understand that, right? Like, he's very, very involved in the work he does. And even if he's not, so what? It's all his designs. He built this stuff. You know, he started this stuff. Nobody started this for him. He did all of this. He's the creator. He's the designer. He had the ideas. Have you seen his new robots? That's the scariest shit ever. Do I like Neuralink? Fuck no. Do I like the fact that he can help combat wounded veterans walking in after they gave up everything for fighting for you? Yes. Do I like the fact that he wants to be able to read and write on the human brain and have everybody read each other's minds? I think that's a horrible fucking idea. I think we would all kill each other if we could read each other's minds. I think that's a super, super terrible idea. Do I back everything he does? No. Do I back the fact that he went to galas that AOC was at with a leather jacket on that said One World Order on the back of it? I do not. Have I talked a lot of shit about Elon Musk on X? Absolutely I have. But I'll give you credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you fucking credit where credit is due. I don't care who you are or what your political affiliation is. The funny thing is you all wanted to jump on Donald Trump's dick since the 80s up until the fact that he put an R behind his name and then he was evil. To you Democrats. See, you people you're not good Americans. You don't believe in American values because you flip-flop so fast you don't even know what you're mad about. You can never give. Yeah, it's all a big game. You're absolutely right. Whoever said that. Greed. Creator greed. Absolutely. 100%. Oh, some of you people are just retarded, though, and it breaks my heart. Anyone that calls somebody like me a sheep, we know for a fact is just retarded. And this is why we need to make mental asylums great in America again. Because I'm the farthest thing from a sheeple that you could ever fucking imagine. I don't 100% agree with any side. You know what I mean? I debate both sides all the time. I don't really give a fuck about that. That's the difference. You guys insult and attack violently the people that you can't prove wrong. We try to have debates and tolerate everybody on every side. We're the only ones that do that. You people are not good human beings. You're evil. You're not good Americans. You're evil. We don't care about you anymore at all. I don't care about any of you when it comes to your political views. All of your political views, as far as I'm concerned, on the Democrat side can be shoved right up your fucking assholes for all I give a shit. Okay? I believe a lot of you deserve to be in prison. Plain and simple, for the things you've done to our country. You burnt down our country for an entire fucking summer. $142 billion worth of damages in every Democrat city. Nothing in Republican cities. None of that damage in any Republican cities, because we'll just fucking shoot you. That's the difference. Our cops will just shoot you. You know what I mean? So you can't show me any instances of Republicans being the bad guy. You can't give me any facts on that, ever. I'm waiting for a fact that you'll never, ever be able to give me. But I can give you 1,000 facts about violence from your side. So until you can actually show me where Republicans are out here hurting people, where Republicans have killed any transgender people, it hasn't happened. But plenty of transgender people have killed other people. Look at the fucking school shooting by the transgender girl. Went and tried to kill a bunch of people. This leftist Satanist that just blew up the fertility clinic. The fucking Trump Towers, or the Las Vegas Trump building that got blown up. Look at all of the transgender people out here that are mass killing people right now and burning shit down and breaking shit. And on top of that, fucking little kids. You know what I mean? No, I'm not trying to get banned, and I don't have a bowl on me. I'm sitting in my truck. $50 to hit the bowl live. Send me the $50. No, I'm not going to do that live. The only time I even smoke is before I go to bed at night. I don't smoke all day long. That's not my thing. I'd rather go to the gym and work out. MAGA, baby. 100%. Make America great again. The fact that you people can say that that's an evil thing to say. You know, the people that talk about drugs all the time are the ones that do drugs. You get that, right? That's what I'm trying to explain to you about these Democrats. They project what they do upon you. They don't hate us. They hate themselves. And it makes them project their hate onto us. It's the problem. You people hate yourselves. You can't stand yourselves. Literally, you can't stand yourselves. You try to cut your body parts off. You can't stand yourselves. You fucking hate yourselves. That's a problem. You know what I mean? So when you project your hate onto other people, we understand. We don't hate you. We're sad for you. We're super, super sad for you. Because you do understand, once people like me are gone, you're not going to have electricity anymore. You ain't got no one to run your infrastructure. That's why you want these illegals here, is so they can do all the work for you while you sit in your pod and become fat and eat the bugs. That's why you want Democrats here. That's why you want illegals here. It's craziness. You know what I mean? You people can't run anything. You can't do anything for yourselves. You live in your parents' basements. I don't do drugs. You could give me $5,000. I wouldn't even know where to buy meth at in my town. You know what I mean? Let's see. I don't even have a joint in my truck right now. Yeah, I don't even have a joint in my truck right now of THCA. So you can just go buy THCA at the stores here. But you got to pay $150 to the state to get your medical license for cannabis here. I just don't have that money right now to have my medical license. Plus, THCA does the same thing. If you don't know what THCA is, it's a derivative of cannabis. It's a type of THC that once you heat it up over 110 degrees, it just turns into cannabis. So that's what THCA is. So you can go buy that at the stores. It's completely legal, 100%. Nick, you fucking piece of shit. I'm not that retarded. I'm not that fucking stupid. I almost said it. I'm not that girl on TikTok. Nick /Kurs wants me to shout out a racist word for you guys. No, don't make America great smoking weed, but if you have PTSD, or there's a lot of veterans that benefit from weed, there's a lot of medical benefits to cannabis. Don't by any means be a pothead. You're not going to be productive or get anything done. Like I said, I don't smoke all day long. I don't smoke during the day, and I never smoke when I'm at work. I have to hold a brush in a straight line when I'm painting houses, and I just wouldn't want to be intoxicated to do that. I hate fucking alcohol because my parents were alcoholics before they died, and most of my family were alcoholics and bikers. So when I went to move in with my dad, it was a complete different contrast of going from a piece of shit family that were all bikers and alcoholics and shit like that to a preacher that traveled the world just helping people and doing different things. He opened a church called Gibsonia Church of God. Him and my grandfather built that church in Lakeland, Florida, back in the early 80s, right before I was born. And then my dad adopted me, Jeffrey Pierce. He adopted me, and life went better after that. What's tweak for us mean? What does that mean? Monica. 504 Bittman loves his girlfriend Monica. Is your hand's name Monica? Had some rats in my truck. Someone dumped a box of rats in my truck during the 2020 election stuff, and I had to end up killing 32 rats in my truck, and I was chasing one of the rats one day with a paint can, and he started calling. That's why when I told her to get it, she was sniffing up hearing this, because she used to hear this right here. It took me like a month and a half to get all the fuckers out of here, and don't make the mistake of putting poison to kill rats in your home or your vehicle, by the way, because fucking they'll just die and smell. Don't do that. Get traps and put peanut butter on them. You'll get them every time. I was getting like 12 rats a night. Or I'd put my cat in the truck and let her do her thing. But yeah, I went through chemotherapy, but thanks for insulting me about that. When you go through chemotherapy, it fucks your teeth up. No, everybody's just, I can take you through about 200 comments on here that say meth. I'm reading comments right now. That's not something I normally do, guys. Yeah, rats. I took some pictures too. I got some pictures. Some of the motherfuckers were like fucking massive, bro. I never seen rats like this in my life. We have a real bad problem in Florida with tree rats. And they just get in everything. Yes, I was a foster kid. My mom and 4 brothers died in a car wreck when I was a kid. I was the only one that survived. I was like, I was a little kid when that happened. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. Fatty Tibble? Fatty Tibble? Yes, I was a foster kid. Hey, they just cured male pattern baldness, by the way. What's a fucking tweaker? That's the 5th time I've asked. Someone explain to me what tweaking is. What's a tweaker? What's tweaking mean? Yeah, I have very high testosterone. My hair fell out. That sucks. You're right. It's horrible, but it doesn't bother me. That's crazy. How high up was the plane? I damn sure don't have enough money to be a coke addict. Fuck. I'm not as rich as Hunter Biden and you Democrats. So we don't have to sit around doing coke all the time. That's a rich man's drug. $10,000. They want $50,000 to fix all my teeth after the chemotherapy. They want 50 fucking grand because the chemo also messes up the bone in your face. And when I got attacked, I'll post some videos if I still have my phone activated after noon. Oh, it's afternoon and my phone's not shut off. That means it probably won't get shut off until tonight at midnight. So I will be able to go live tonight as well. That's awesome. I have to get out here and pay to make $150 today, though, to pay my fucking phone bill and put some gas in my truck because I'm almost out of gas right now. I did have a couple people offer to let me plug in and put my camper top on my truck and take a nap, though, yesterday after my live. I had a few people contact me because I put my Facebook information out there yesterday in my live. Joshua Pierce, Pearce on Facebook, or Port Charlotte Trump Group. Telegram, Berserker Patriot Store, just like on here, or at Joshua Pierce 4087 on TikTok, or at Berserker Patriot Store on TikTok. That's my username on TikTok, and my main name is Joshua Pierce 87. They won't let me change that until it will be Berserker Patriot Store for my full name on TikTok once I can change it. I just got back on there for the first time in 7 years the day before yesterday, so yeah, unfortunately. The bull, unfortunately. Big bad Bork. Yeah, unfortunately. I have a job. I paint houses for a living, but business is really slow right now. And if you would have paid attention to the 2-hour live I did the other day when I drove around the entire town here, there were no people on the streets working. Next month, though, I've got 3 bathroom remodels and 12 rooms in different houses to paint. So next month will be a good month. I'll take some of that money and I'll invest in a new camera and some editing equipment so we can get actually start pulling up articles online and get better editing, better videos and stuff like that. I did get, like I told you, right after I made the video about Google AdSense, when I got all those views on my live the other day, they literally contacted me, sent me an email, called me, and they've remonetized me now. I'm just waiting for my AdSense passcode to come in the mail. So I put a stop hold on all my mail at the post office, so I should be able to get that in the next he's a freeloader. I ain't never lived off anyone in my fucking life, bro. I'd rather live in my truck. I got people offering to let me stay there, and I'm refusing and staying in my truck anyway because I don't want to go live with people. I wouldn't want to put people out like that. That's a horrible thing to do. If I had family, I'd probably go stay with family if they offered, but I'm not just going to stay with random people. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even, like I said, I wouldn't even know where to buy meth. I wouldn't know where to get it. I wouldn't know anything about it. And I don't just do anything for money. No, it wasn't. I just showed y'all the other day. All my hats are made in America, man. I buy them from the Dixie Pride official website. All my stuff comes from Dixie Pride official website. All my shirts, Dixie Pride official website, or I make the shirts myself and I get them from the blanks from AmericanApparel.com. I'll post, I'll try to find some of my old videos from when I had the Trump store open down here, and I'll post all the stuff I used to make again, once again. But it is what it is. I'm about to get off here because it's noon and, the day gets hotter. Hey, I know, we're about to go, I promise. I'll take her out right now. We'll take a little walk with my dog. I'm just answering some questions for you guys. Come on. I've got some news articles pulled up for tonight's live and some information about what's going on with the whole Donald Trump situation with the Epstein files right now. Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, man, I'm really disappointed right now with you guys. Everything y'all said you were going to do, you haven't done any of. And the look of fear on their faces when they were talking the other day on that news briefing was just prevalent. You know what I mean? What's in my pocket? Oh, I have $1 in my pocket. Woohoo, a whole dollar. um, all you people caught up on monetary things, though, I feel sad for you guys that your life revolves around money and having things in order for you to be happy. That's gotta suck, man. That's really gotta suck, since none of you probably own anything. I own my truck outright, you know. As soon as the building gets sold over there, I get my 10% of the building, and then I'll be doing good after I get that, as we're selling the building for $450,000. So I'll get a little chunk of change off of that. Once my lawsuits are finished with the county here, I'll get some change off of that. Yeah, I'm broke. Who cares? You can't make me feel bad. You can't hurt my feelings. $1,900 shitbucks? What does that mean? My truck is a 1999 2000 Chevy Silverado Z71 with a 5-liter Vortec LS, and I would never drive a new vehicle. I'm looking at a 1972 Chevy with a 350 under the hood right now. It's a brand new 350 that only has like 15 miles or some shit like that on it. He put it in for his kid. His kid got killed in a motorcycle wreck, and it's just been sitting in his yard the whole time. And they put 2 extra leaf springs on it, so it's got a hell of a tow package. But yeah, I wouldn't drive a new modern day vehicle. I work on all my own stuff. I do all my own work on that truck. Modern day vehicle, I don't work on electronics. I don't want my truck shutting down because of a fucking sensor. You know, I like a good old-fashioned internal combustion engine that spits good old CO2 into the fucking air. That's what I like. You know, I like to hear my engine when I'm driving it. But see, the sad thing is the ones of you that talk shit about me, you probably have nothing. You probably own nothing. You probably live with your parents. And you're probably just extremely miserable and unhappy people. So you go online at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you talk shit to people. But just last month alone, I made $5,000, but I have a lot of bills, buddy. You have everything? Yeah, well, having a box of dildos isn't everything. He has no gas money and you're talking about walking. Well, I wouldn't confess a felony on a chat that doesn't go away. Well, 5K is not a lot of money. When y'all burnt my RV down, that RV was brand new that I just financed, and I have to pay $150,000 finance on it, which cost me $2,300 a month. Is my RV finance. Kira, what just happened to your leg, bro? My lawnmower finance for the 3 lawnmowers that you people stole from me, my 3 brand new X Mark S series with my 30-foot trailer, that finance alone is $875 a month. My car insurance is $275 a month for full coverage on my truck. And my phone bill is $97 a month. So, I mean, just in that, you know, I've got a little over, $3,500 just in those bills. Those are just my finances. You know what I mean? That's not the fact that property taxes just came up. I had to pay my 10% of the property taxes on that building. Bills are expensive. Clearly, if you don't know anything about paying bills, if you think that $5,000 a month is a lot of money when you, I've owned the same company for fucking 28 years, landscaping. And how you doing today, brother? Have bike rides hotter and shit today, I know, man.
I think my head's gonna blister, man. I yesterday driving that thing around. It's burning right now, my fucking head.
Let me see if I got a hat you can have. Let me look at my...
I have a hat.
Do you have a hat? Okay, brother. Hey, you have a blessed day, man. Make sure you wear it backwards. That bill don't catch the wind. See, the bill don't catch the wind, you know what I'm saying? If you're riding and you put your hat on like this, you pull it all the way down like that to where it touches the back of your neck, the wind won't take it off your head. Yeah. You too, brother. Oh, anyway. I'm enjoying these comments. Man, there's some evil people out here, huh? All you do is talk horribly to people. That must suck for your life. You must really hate yourselves, a lot of you. Morning. Oh, I'm sorry. You from Canada? That sucks for you. I'm sorry. Are you at least in Alberta? California. Where you at in California? I used to lived in Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village. And California used to be a great place. Well, thank you, Eric. It's all right, it's all right. That's cool, and that's their right. That's the right to talk shit to me, guys. It's their right to talk shit to me. I love it. You're enacting your constitutional rights. You're airing your grievances to me. I love it. Doesn't bother me one bit. Get the fuck out of our parking lot. I am the manager of Lumber 84. I've never been to Lumber. We don't even have a Lumber 84 Lumber in Port Charlotte, Florida. We don't even have an 84 Lumber in Port Charlotte, Florida. I think the closest one would be in Fort Myers. But 84 Lumber is a good company. I've bought a lot of lumber from them when I lived in Tennessee. Nice and cheap lumber. It's just folded up like crusty toenails most of the time. What's up, Australia? Man, I'm sorry for what's going on with you guys out there. Man, your country has just fucked you guys, haven't they? What am I drinking today? Coffee and water. All I got to drink today. A lot of people, every time I walk past the bars here, people offer to buy me drinks, but I don't drink alcohol. I can't stand alcohol. I watched my whole family die because of that. It's fine to talk about yourself however you want to. If you're self-deprecating towards yourself, nobody can ever say anything about you that pisses you off, can they? There's nothing you can say about me that I haven't said about myself. I'm a piece of shit. Whatever. Stop. Per power? What the fuck is per power? All of my stuff is plugged into my power inverter in my truck right now. Like I said, we don't have an 84 Lumber. Oh, I got plenty of a cause. Oh, I got you. No, I could never stand on the side. I'd rather drive around all day and find work and then not eat tonight. I can't stand out on the side and panhandle for money. I just can't do that. I see these people out here doing that, making hundreds of dollars a day. And it just drives my fucking brain insane. If I don't work for it, I don't like to have it. So, like Mr. Poole offered me $10 for driving up there and helping him load that lawnmower last night. I wouldn't take that money from him. You know what I mean? That wasn't worth. It took me 2 seconds to push that thing up onto his truck, so that wasn't worth taking money from somebody. A lot of the work I do, like if you go look at my videos, you'll see I just posted 2 houses I painted last month, but this was a slow month. All my bills are paid except for my phone bill. My car insurance is paid. My finances are paid. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? If my phone gets shut off, it won't be for more than a day or two, if that. It might even get turned back on. Might not get turned off. I might make enough money today somehow to turn it on. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to need some trees trimmed, some toilets cleaned, some cars washed. I don't give a fuck what kind of work it is. I'll do anything. I prefer to paint houses and do soffit work and stucco work strictly, but everybody knows me as the tree guy because that's what I've done here. So every time I go up to someone, so like tomorrow, I'm going and I'm trimming 2 palms for a guy. I'll make a quick $70. You know what I mean? I'll work for like 10, 15 minutes. Now, if I had my trailer that you motherfuckers stole from me with my skid steer in it and all my chainsaws and climbing gear, I'd have all the money I want in my pocket right now because people are calling me left and right to do tree work for them, but I don't have any equipment to do it at the moment. What, dude? Drink? Oh, I see. Let me put some more in it, baby girl. Oh, that was your fault. Don't say that was your fault. Don't do that, huh? I am about to go inside the Walgreens here, though, and buy me an old V8 energy drink because my old Red Bull is gone right now. I just finished her off a minute ago, and I need something else. But I love you guys, and I hope you have a blessed day. We'll have a good real life shrimp. Ooh, now that'll piss me off. You ever talk shit about my dog in person, I'll just beat the fuck out of you, just so you understand. Don't talk about my dog. Don't fucking talk about my dog, okay? This dog's never been away from me in 11 years of her life. She's never wanted for anything. I've spent millions of dollars on this fucking dog, and I can't go 10 feet away from this dog without her fucking freaking out on me. So, yeah. The funny thing is, none of you'll talk shit to me in person. You'll talk shit to me over here. But I'm in Port Charlotte, Florida, sitting at Walgreens parking lot right now on Port Charlotte Boulevard. Any of you got the balls to come up here and talk to my face? Probably not. Don't think so. You're in Fort Bragg? I like North Carolina. I've lived in quite a few different places. Hot Springs. I've lived in Asheville. I like North Carolina. I like Tennessee too. I am. My Red Bull just wore off. I'm sorry. That's why I'm talking a lot slower now and calming down a little bit. My Red Bull wore off and I'm tired again. So I'm about to go get another energy drink. Right now, my day, getting through the day with energy drinks because I'm 43. Can you see the doggy? The doggy's best doggy ever. Look at you, baby. Yeah, baby. I know. It doesn't help that it's 101 degrees in Florida right now and the real feel in the sun. I look 56. Thank you. I look like a distinguished old man, huh? Good. See, I don't take offense to that at all. I'll be 43 in July. So 2 months from now, I'll be 43. But, yeah, I don't take offense to that at all because I get ID'd for cigarettes all the time, and I have young people tell me that I look like I'm in my fucking 20s when I walk around with my shirt off. So I'm not really worried about any of you saying I look like I'm, yes, she has heterochromia. She has a white eye with blue veins in it, and then she has a really dark brown eye. Yeah, we're about to go inside, and I'm going to put you inside the cooler in there, huh, baby? Yeah, we'll go swimming in a little bit here, okay? I'll take you to the canal. We'll go swimming. She got a bath yesterday, so I didn't want to. I gave her a bath yesterday, so I didn't want to take her swimming in the dirty water today, but I'm going to anyway. She's a beautiful dog. That's the only thing I really have in my life that's super important to me is my dog and, well, keeping my truck so my dog can be in it. I've got in the back, what's underneath that brown tarp is a portable air conditioner. That's her air conditioner. When the peak of the heat of the day kicks on, I'll put that in and turn the truck on, and it gets super fucking cold in here. But right now we're driving around. Her name's Princess Kiera. On paperwork, her name's Princess Kiera. We call her Kiera. But on paperwork, her name is Princess Kiera. She's sired 15 generations back. Probably one of the most expensive dogs I've ever had in my life. She'll be 11 years old in July. And the vet says she's the healthiest dog they've ever come across. So, no, she will. She would too. She'd be loyal to the death. Absolutely. You saw how she was reacting a minute ago, how she was getting kind of shitty, like she was going to attack somebody. That's because a dude walked by and he got too close to the truck. She won't let anybody get near me in the truck. If I'm not in the truck, you're fine. But if I'm sitting near her, she ain't going to let you get near me when we're at the truck. Berserker Patriot. Everybody calls me the Berserker Patriot or the Trump truck guy because I've driven the Trump truck for 7.5 years. So for anyone wondering how I feel about things, the truck pretty much speaks for itself. I got my flags rolled up right now. We got a little bit of a rainstorm last night. I don't know who wrote that on there, but I've left it. I didn't take it off. If you're on this cast right now, I didn't take it off. I left it there. So this is my trademark for the Berserker Patriot store. My profile picture that's on here, that's the other trademark. I own both of those designs outright. I developed them and trademarked them in 2019, 2020, something like that. I hope my truck's paid off. I've owned it for 25 fucking years, so I hope she's paid off. If it's not, then something's wrong. She runs, there we go. Nice and cold now that I hooked it up for you, right, baby? There. You got some AC on. Am I looking for trouble? No, but I'm looking to be targeted instead of the people in my community being targeted. I would rather you target me and attack me than target the people that can't fight back in my community. That's the only reason my truck looks like this. Every dent, everything broken, windows broken, every window smashed out on the other side. That's all from one of you evil Democrats. Y'all all vandalized that shit. This truck's never been in a wreck. Every single thing that's wrong with this truck is from vandalism. So, it is what it is. You people are actual evil people. You destroy people's stuff because you don't like their political views. You are the definition of demons. That's why it says Democrats on the side of my truck there. That's also why so it is what it is. Evil, they're violent. I didn't know they were violent. Well, then you've been living under a fucking rock, haven't you? Because the original Democrat ballot was the Dixiecrat ballot, the party of slavery. That's the original Democrat ballot. The funny thing is, you talk about how racist the rebel flag is and you attribute that to Republicans, but the Dixie flag was the Democrat flag. That's the original Democrat flag. You do realize that, right? It was the Democrats that were the South, and it was the Republicans that were the North that fought for the slavery to be ended. Them some nice facts for you. It's not a rebel flag, it's a Dixie flag. I don't know why you guys all call it a rebel flag. It's just the original Dixie flag. Originally it was disconnected for a second because I walked in, went getting me an old V8. No, they don't sponsor me. Yeah, no, the original. I have one. Go any other way until we show them up. Sort of like we're about to have to do the Democrat. They wanted to re-educate us, so we should do the same to them, right? And I dang sure wouldn't be sleeping in my truck if I sold drugs in Port Charlotte, Florida. There's a bunch of junkies here. That's what the incident with the cops was about that day, because some things happened to a junkie on my property, and they said I threatened to cut. I tried to cut it off. I didn't try to cut his head off. I tried to knock his head off. There's a difference. You know, if you physically attack me, I'll defend myself. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? If you're just gonna talk smack, I'm not gonna come after you for that. If you have political stuff on your vehicle, I'm not gonna come after you for that. All I know is no, I have bank cards. I can't even qualify for $6 in food stamps. Here you go, look. I have my cash app. It's taking forever. I have my Cash App card for Berserker Patriot, and I have my Chime card. I don't have I wish I can get government assistance like you lefties, kid. I've applied for it. Not that I'm in the situation I'm in, but I literally only qualified for $6 a month in food stamps is what I qualified for. So, it is what it is. I know people that have, go ahead, screenshot my license. I don't give a crap. All my information's on the internet, guys. There's nothing that I'm not transacting. I'm talking to my...
Oh, no, that's it. Just this, right? You got a license.
Yeah. So we're going to put $1. We'll put $1 on this card, or which card? This card. We'll put $1 on this card, and the rest...
$1?
Yeah, and the rest off of that.
Oh, wait a second. Let me do...
Do the cash first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have to do the donation first. Hit no if you want. No. Donation.
No donation.
No. Cash.
You have to pay taxes. I have to pay tax. Every time I pay for my county license, that's a tax.
$1.
If you don't pay taxes.
You're 34 cents now.
If you don't pay your taxes, guys, the IRS will come after you. Getting audited by the IRS sucks. My third year in business, I wasn't good at doing taxes, and I tried to do them myself, and I fucked them all up. And the IRS audited me. They came out and they wanted detailed statements of everything I had done. I didn't keep any of the receipts I was supposed to keep. I learned my lesson from that. No, I just split $1 between cash and one card. Yep, I sure did. Sure did. You clearly ain't never had to pay bills in your life, while everybody's destroying your entire life to the ground. You know. I'll tell you what, Democrats, you stop calling in bomb threats and attacking my customers and my landlords, and I'll stay in a place for once. You know, like I said, this is my first week and a half living on the streets, and it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't live on the streets. I got places to go if I want to, but I don't like to put people out like that. Like I said, I've had a few people offer to let me come chill at their houses or chill in their driveways. I just would rather not do that. I don't like to be beholden to anybody. I don't like to feel like I owe anybody anything. I would rather just help people, and if the devil takes it from me, cool. God will put it back in my path eventually. God always says in the Bible, it makes it very clear, he will isolate the chosen among his. This is the most famous dog in Florida. If you don't know who Kira is, you're blind to any kind of Florida social media. There's not one person in this town that doesn't know Kira. And I guarantee you, none of you have ever taken care of a dog as well as I take care of this fucking dog, ever. It just happens to be 102 degrees in Florida today. If your dog doesn't pant, then you don't take care of your dog well because you don't give your dog any exercise. If you're one of those kind of people that walks your dog around in a fucking baby stroller, you shouldn't own a dog. My dog gets out here and she plays and she digs and she gets fucking hot, and that's what dogs are supposed to do. When a dog pants, that's how they sweat. That's how they keep themselves cool. If your dog's not panting, it's never done anything to get itself hot. And that's sad. I feel bad for you people. Joe Biden 2032. Well, I mean, most of his voters are already in the graveyard anyway, so that'd be fitting, right? But no, it's Baron Trump. Let's see, that'll be. We're gonna have 3 terms of Trumps. This is what we're gonna have. We're gonna have Donald Trump Jr. in 2028, and once again, the majority of America will mandate that. And then we're gonna have Baron Trump right after that. And so, and then hopefully, I don't know, we'll figure it out between now and maybe one of his, maybe that'll be the first woman president, one of his granddaughters. You know, who knows? If you Democrats think you'll ever get another Democrat president anytime soon after the great stuff and the fact that people can afford groceries again under Donald Trump, you're smoking dope. Because even the Democrats are now turning on you people. Even people like Bill Maher and all of them are going and saying, you will never win another election if you keep acting the way you're acting right here. Because you're not the majority of the country. You are, the company is more fitting, right? You are the minority in this country, the 1%. But yeah, go ahead. I needed some money. You should have kept pulling out. Looks like he has full coverage on that truck. I got full coverage on mine, so we'll go over here. We'll see if people want to buy some flags. And then when I pull in, we're going to end this live for right now. This is the first time I've ever done a live and just talked to the people on here. I mean, how do you like this? Do you like it when I respond to your comments and talk to you, or would you rather me just be giving the news and talking about the corruption of what's going on in our government? Or would you rather me be at the park doing some workout videos for you and some tactical videos? Yeah, Trump's doing some pretty good things. I don't like every single thing Trump's doing, but the majority of it, I'm happy with. It's what we voted for. You know what I mean? The majority of it's what we voted for. So, but then again, the Democrats have never gotten anything they wanted from their politicians. So, except for 20 million criminal alien invader terrorists brought into our country to ruin our country. I could be an Instagram model on here. I could shave my beard and, wear my nice button-up shirts, because I have plenty of them. I got a bunch of collared button-up shirts that I could be wearing on here, and I could put filters on, and I could tell you I live in a nice fucking big mansion and go to one of my customers' house and stand in front of their house and all of this stuff. But why would I do that? Because that's not who I am. If you can't even be honest about who you are on the internet to people that you really don't even know at all, then you can never be honest in life about anything. I'm very proud of the situation I'm in. You know why I'm in this situation? Because I offended you people so bad that you attacked me so hard that I got put in this situation. That doesn't bother me at all. Would I go back and do everything all over again? Yes. Don't pull out. Oh, come on, don't pull out for that ambulance, man. God, I hate people that do that. Listen, guy, when there's a first responder on the street, get the fuck off the road, please. Get out of their way. They're just doing their job. Especially when it's an ambulance or a fire truck. In my town, they're the busiest first responders there are. But yeah, if you just want to be an Instagram social media person and have an AI, I could have an AI generated filter app that changes how good I look the whole time I'm fucking doing this. But I would never want to do that. I can't do that to you people. Like, I could make it where I could have a filter that makes it where you don't notice. Everybody talked about how my nose has been broken a bunch of times. Yeah, it has. I've been in a lot of fist fights, I climbed trees for 28 years. I've fallen out of a lot of trees. I've swung from tree to tree and slammed my face in the trees. I get hurt all the time. I'm extremely ADHD at 42 years old, about to be 43 in July. The anniversary of Donald Trump getting shot in the head. July 13th is my birthday. I was born on Friday the 13th. I was born 4 months premature. I was never supposed to walk. I was never supposed to talk right. I was 1 pound and 8 ounces when I was born. Now I could do things physically that other people wouldn't even dream of being able to do, especially at my age. So no, I don't put on women's clothes. My Bible tells me I can't do that. A man should not wear a woman's clothes. A woman should not wear a man's clothes. Any who does is detestable in the sight of the Lord your God. I've been beat up by a bunch of girls, man. I can't hit a woman. I've been punched in the face by women. I'm attracted to crazy women. I'm attracted to crazy fucking lunatic women. I'm a masochist in that way. The more a woman fucks with me, the more I'm attracted to them. That's why I'm single. Everybody needs money. This world works off of money. You know what I mean? Like, if people decide to donate to me, they do. If they don't, I'm not going to sit here and beg for people to donate. You can like, subscribe, because I'll be remonetized by next week. You know, therefore I'll have super chats and stuff back on here. But I don't know why people would want to use super chats when you can embed your Cash App and you don't have to pay YouTube that 13%. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense to me. But being monetized is nice because they put the ads in your video. And I don't like that part. I'd rather be able to choose the ad that goes on my video because I'd have a lot of like Grand Thumb ads and stuff like that for firearms. And I'd advertise for body armor companies and stuff like that if I had my way, or dry storage and shit like that, for dry food storage. I mean, if I'm really, really hungry, I'll take my fucking fishing pole and I'll go fishing. You know what I mean? I've got a bunch of dog food, but she prefers to eat live. Like yesterday, she had duck, and then we went to where did we go to eat for lunch? Joseph's Deli. If you live in Port Charlotte, Florida, check out Joseph's Deli. It's a local diner that makes actually pretty darn good food. Their food's not bad at all. They've got decent biscuits and gravy in the morning. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'll talk about that. I was going to get off of here, but I'll speak on we live in a system that we pay into our whole lives, and then we get nothing back from it. I can, you know what? For the first time in my life, I'll agree with that, because I can tell you this right now. I have applied for numerous different things to try to get a little help, like they have the Affordable Housing Act and all that. You know, the Affordable Housing Act is a 3-year list in Florida. Like, it takes 3 to 4 years for you to even pop up on that list. And you don't even find out if you qualify for it until you pop up on that list. Out of all 247 websites I found in the state of Florida for churches and state help, I was denied by every one of them because I have a business license. So if you have even a county handyman's license, which only costs $35, it gives you a very small ability to do certain things. I have an LLC and a DBA on top of that. So as long as I have that, I can't even get food stamps because I work for myself. You don't qualify for food stamps when you work for yourself and you actually own the name to your company. Love the Sunshine State. We've just had some politicians that the mainstream media, like Ron DeSantis, he's absolutely fucked our state with a lot of the policies that he's placed. It drives me insane because everybody talks so well about Ron DeSantis, but man, you've absolutely fucked our state, brother. Like you let all these New Yorkers come here and they go and they dictate policy, and they don't even switch their holdings down here. They've been here for 3 years and they still have New York and New Jersey tags on their shit. They fuck our communities up. They immediately come down here, and if they don't like something, they call the county on their neighbors, and they go to the cops, or they go to the county meetings, and they infiltrate our county meetings, and they still have New York tags on their car. All their holdings are in New York. They're retired. They're not paying taxes in our state other than the property tax on their homes, and they don't shop at local businesses. They either hire contractors that are from out of town that work people that probably aren't legal. I don't know that for a fact, but I will say that they don't speak fucking English. If you can't speak English in America, you're not a legal citizen in America. Yes, Trump is a New Yorker who got sick of the bullshit of New York and got the fuck out of there, and is the only one out here fighting for the American people right now. Most of his administration isn't doing what they said they were going to do, which we knew that. You see, if Matt Gaetz was our AG right now, every single thing that Pam Bondi said she was going to do, Matt Gaetz would have done, because that's what he did for us in Florida. Man, the transparency that Matt Gaetz brought for the his district, his 11th district over here in Southwest Florida, it's fucking amazing, bro. I can't move. I'm a native. This is my state. I can't move. I won't have the same, this is where I'm from. I'm born and raised. No, he's not. No, he's not. He beat those charges twice in court before they brought it back up again when he was getting picked for the AG. So once again, not until he was a threat to them did they bring something back up that has already been through court, just like the same thing they did. Well, I'm not 50, but yeah, this is all I own. You're right. This is all I own at 43. What do you own? Show me what you own. Absolutely right. Besides the 10% of my building down there, which is not much, right? I don't own anything. I don't need anything. I don't believe you own a house. I don't believe you. You got the Super Saiyan there, but I got it tattooed on my body, so fuck you. I've been watching Dragon Ball since 1985 when it came out for the first time on TV in America. Yeah, I'm a bum. Oh no, you hurt my feelings. Oh, help me. He's calling me a bum. Somebody call the cops. He's calling me a bum. Oh God, I'm a bum. Ah. You fucking retard. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what's wrong with me. I'm telling you what's wrong with you. You know where 420 came from? It came from San Bernardino, California. At 3:45 every day, they would get out of school, and by the time they got to the quad and rolled their joint up and lit it, it was 4:20 exactly every day. So that's where we get the international pot smoking time of 4:20. A little bit of a stupid knowledge for you. Here, I'll do this for you since there's some daylight out here. You can deal with my shitty beeper. Okay. For 43, I'm not doing too bad. I'd say I'm not doing too bad for 43, guys. When you look like this at 43, tell me. You're probably a fat blob sleeping on your mom's couch. I'd rather sleep in my truck and be chiseled like a fucking Adonis any day of the week than be a sad person that hates myself like you do. And I love myself, but I can live in the reality of who I am right now. And right now, I'm a sorry-ass piece of shit that can't even buy himself lunch. That's who I am right now. But guess what? Next month, I'll take this money that I make and I'll reinvest it and I'll double it. And then I'll reinvest it again and I'll double it again. And I'll do the same thing over and over again until I have enough money to make it back. Because our country's fucked. That's why everything's made in China. I smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day and I can still run 12 miles without breaking a fucking, without stopping. So, I mean, I'm obviously doing something right. I just posted a video. I tried a muscle up for the first time in like 7 years because someone said, you can't do a muscle up. So I said, well, hold my fucking beer. Let me give that a shot. And I was able to do a muscle up still. So, I mean, I'm physically fit enough. Yeah, the whole Western world's fucked. We're all fucked right now. Yes, I love to see Biden go to prison. Absolutely, I'm a Biden lover. I'd love to see Biden go to prison. Even Robin Williams in the 80s made fun of Joe Biden. You don't know what a muscle up is? Go on my video and watch what a muscle up is. I just posted the video yesterday or the day before. Did your dog bite Crips, big homie? My dog ain't never bought no one, but underneath the flaming vagina. It's weird that you would say that. Weird that you would say that. Huh. Do I know you? I have a past. We all have a past. Diet, guys? Always, what does that mean? I don't think I can fight, but I've been in combat martial arts my entire life. And I can hold my own. But if I don't think I can beat you up, I'll pick up a rock and smash you in the face with it, or I'll kick you in the fucking nuts. There ain't no such thing as a clean fight. The fights are dirty. That's what they are. I'll pick your fucking eyeballs out. I'll stick my finger up your nose. I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking fish hook your fucking lip and rip the side of your face off. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'll take this can and shred it and fucking cut you with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull my knife off my side, or I'll pull my knife right here. You know what I mean? One or the other, something. One way or another, I'm going to get your ass if you fucking come at me. You know what I mean? One way or another. So, I don't drink beer, though. Holding my beer is just a Florida thing. I would, what in the Caucasian is this? I take that as a compliment. I'm not a badass. I've already told you, I'm a piece of shit. Definitely not a badass. And I ain't got no baby oil in my truck. Reba and Malima, Rebona, Marina, whatever it is, Reboner yourself. I don't know. Yeah, I ain't got no baby oil in this truck. Definitely ain't no badass. I've already said 500 times, I'm in Port Charlotte, Florida. I dox myself on the internet on a daily basis. Anytime I post a video of my truck, I'm doxing myself because all my information is on my truck. I'm not a fucking, I don't get violent with people. I've been smiling the whole time you people are talking shit about me. Why am I a Venezuelan gang member? Because I have a flaming vagina on the side of my arm. I was 13 when that happened. That was right after my the whole situation with my family happened, and I found one of my brother's tattoo guns, and I tried to do a tattoo for myself. It was supposed to be an eyeball with bat wings, but it ended up being a flaming demon vagina. So now, anytime I need a mascot idea for a sports team, we're the Flaming Vaginas. Venezuelan Trinidad gang member. Oh, funny that I've been the one that's exposed all those people in my community. One thing I can't stand. Hello, Mookie Mook. Mookie Mook. What movie is that from in the 90s? Mookie Mook. Mookie Mook. I know that. Fuck, I'll think of it in a minute. Who are you calling Alan? Because that's my middle name and that's how it's spelled. Is there someone in here named Alan? There's no content. There's no content related to this. In the beginning of the video, I'm 2 hours in. An hour ago was the content. Now we're just talking to each other. First of all, I'm a proud infidel, and I'll gladly go to this new Muslim city in Texas with water guns full of pig's blood and a bunch of bacon. I've made that very clear. Now that does piss me off because I'm not a fan of Muslims at all, and Allah is a false idol and a free trip to hell. OMG, my tits are big, the bull is a shit talker online, huh? My ballistic vest in the back? The suicide vest? Edward Forrest, what comments? Have you made comments? That's the first time I've seen your name on here. Eric, I can't see any other comments you've made. I'm scrolling through them. What was your name? Your comments make me mad. If I were mad, I'd be screaming at you and cussing out. When I get mad, I lose my temper and everything goes black. Yeah, I know, because when I try to speak with these people and actually have a debate with them, all they could do is that's all right. I'll go to hell. I'll gladly go to hell to I'll take out pedophiles on my way, a bunch of them, and then I'll torture them while I'm there. I've already told you my soul's damned. I have a past. I'm not crying about never once have I complained about the situation I'm in. That's the difference. You people need to stop projecting your stuff onto other people. Fuck Lucifer. Oh. Stab the devil right in the fucking eye if I can beat him. Well, if you know anything about my past channels, you know that's what I did. I went after pedophiles and I spoke at school board meetings, and we personally got 213 pedophiles that worked at Disney among the 1,800 that Grady Judd arrested at the same time. We got over 2,000 something pornographic books taken out of the schools here. I've spoken at over 400 meetings between county meetings and school board meetings, 200 and something school board meetings and 190 something county meetings over that time. That's what I was on Alex Jones' show for, was my school board meetings back in 2020. That's what he was playing all my videos for, was for the school board meetings. That's what I used to do. I think I have nothing but moral standings. I don't think you know what the word moral means. That's another problem. No, it says, if you paid attention, it says not made for children 18 plus on this live stream, right in the descriptions. I post all of it because I'm vulgar, so I make all my videos not available to children. Well, then get the fuck off here if I'm boring. Go, bye-bye, see ya. But in the meantime, thank you for the, my dog has eaten twice today already, and it's only noon. Thank you for the, views that you gave me. You're 12? I don't believe that, because then that means that we need to inform YouTube that they're allowing minors to go onto a channel that is strictly made for adults, is what we need to do. That's what the new law that they're about to pass is going to do. They're going to have more moderation to keep children off of stuff. You know what I mean? But I heard much worse when I was 12 years old. You're a kid, but you're not a child. You know what I mean? I'm sure you hear worse than this every day on social media and at school. Yeah, but Texas, man, I've been hearing horrible things about Texas. Fortnite. Probably. I take a shower every day. I get cleaned up every fucking day. I don't have a problem taking a shower. Okay, so what's the tattoos on my arm? We got Dragon Ball Z. That'd be the Kai symbol after he went and trained with King Kai. And then we got Star Wars, Star Trek, and 3%. If you wonder what 3% is, 3% of America stood up against the tyrannical government of Britain to take this country. Okay, so that's what a 3%er is. They're the 3% of the country that are actually willing to fight until the death to keep other people safe instead of themselves. That's what 3% are. If I had it my way, we would deem Tren de Agua as an extreme violent threat and MS-13 to America and terrorist, and we would do what the Constitution dictates we do, and that's train, fund, and send the militias after these invaders of our country. Because that's what the Constitution dictates, is that the government pays for training, funds, provides supplies to militia, not the Navy, not the Army, to help with that. So if you give me 1 second, I will read that to you. directly. I just got to re-find it. I will read that to you directly out of the Constitution for you. Time, place, and manner, holding elections. That's for holding elections. Raising revenue. Congress shall pass no. My phone didn't just shut off, did it? Let me see if I still have service. Yeah, I still have service. Okay. So, this is what the Constitution says we're supposed to do to invaders. I'll start down here. We'll go with the whole section 8. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, deputies impose and excise, to pay the debts and provide the common defense and general welfare of the United States. But all duties imposed and excise shall be uniform throughout the United States. To borrow money on the credit of the United States, to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among several states, and within the Indian tribes, to establish and uniform rule, naturalization, and uniform laws on the subjects of bankruptcy throughout the United States. The coin money regulates the value thereof, and for foreign coin and fix the standard of weights and measures, to provide for the punishment of counterfeiting. I'll just go to where I'm looking for here, guys, because this is really long. To declare war, obviously, grant letters of marque and reprisal, and make rules concerning captures on land and water, to raise and support armies, but not appropriations of money, to that use shall be for no longer term than 2 years, to provide and maintain a navy that makes the rules for the government and regulations of the land and naval forces. So the Navy is actually supposed to make the rules for the government and the regulations of all land and Navy forces, to provide for calling forth the militia, to execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrections, and repel invasions. So, to provide for calling forth the militia, to execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrections, and repel invasions, to provide for, organize, arming, and disciplining the militia, and for governing such part of them as may be employed in the service of the United States, reserving to the states respectively the militias of each, because there's a state militia, a general militia, and stuff like that, respectively, the appointment of the officers and the authority of training the militia according to the discipline prescribed by Congress. So Congress is actually, in times like this, supposed to provide funding, training, and place us as deputies of the country as the militias in order to repel these invaders. You're right. The cops aren't supposed to be out here arresting these criminal invaders in our country. The ICE team is not supposed to be out here. Congress is supposed to appoint people like me and you, we the people of the militias, and deputize us to go after these people. So you're absolutely right. These organizations and these government entities should not be out here doing this. We should be. It's our duty as American citizens to be out here dealing with this situation. So, Lay's barbecues or Cheetos? Man, well, Lay's barbecue over Cheetos? Regular Cheetos? Yeah. Now, are we talking flaming hot Cheetos? Are we talking jalapeno Cheetos? But I would go, and which Lay's barbecue? Are we talking about regular barbecue, KFC honey barbecue? Are we talking about, what are we talking about here? You got to be specific. I'm not? That's weird because I got 33,000 views on my live stream last night. That helped me pretty good in the algorithm because now all my videos are getting views again. So that helped me pretty good. Is my beard a-high? What? No. What? Yeah, you're right. I do want to be deputized so bad. I want to go do what our duty dictates we do. And I'd love to be paid to do what I would already be willing to do for free. Absolutely. 100%. I just read the Constitution. What do you mean? I read the Constitution every day. I've got one Constitution with all the amendments in it, and then I've got one Constitution with all the forefathers' writings in it. And I have diaries from John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, George Washington. Do you even know who any of those people are? Okay, can you tell me the First Amendment? Can you write the First Amendment down for me? What are the protections under the First Amendment? Because there's 3 standards of protection under the First Amendment, not just 2 like everybody says. Can you tell me the Second Amendment? A well-regulated militia being necessary. Can you finish that? The actual Second Amendment that we actually got from Sweden, all we did was take it's mandatory, because in Sweden it's mandatory. You have to own a gun in Sweden. They give you firearms, they give you free training. There's gun places on every corner. I do read the Constitution, and the 14th Amendment makes it very clear. You have to be subject. See, y'all read the 14th Amendment and put it into context, and you leave the whole last 2 sentences out of it, is what you do, because you're fucking retarded. What you do is you read from a Marxist dictionary. You read from the Marxist Constitution. You are a Marxist, is what you are. And the Marxist Constitution, first of all, Marxism does this because as one we are weak, but together we are strong, is the way they believe. They have to be a majority in order to win anything. They don't believe they can come out here by themselves like me and stand against 1,800 people like I do. You know what I'm saying? I go stand in the thick of fucking 1,800, 2,800 liberal wackos with their Black Lives Matters flags, but I'm a coward, right? Who's Alan? Are you talking to me? Because nobody's called me Alan since I was a little kid. Yes, I voted for Joe Biden. Exactly what I did. Dude, no gas station food. We don't really have a place to get gas station food here. Our Circle K's have hot dogs at them. I did a big expose last year on exposing the DEI policies of Wawa. So I don't shop at Wawa. I haven't shopped there in over 2 years now. I like to offend people too, and man, you can see by some of the comments that man, I'm really good at doing that. Expose myself of what? Whoever this guy is, he just exposed. God dang it! He just exposed himself. Take out the MAGA trail. Oh, you're one of those people. You know, the retards out there that need some mental help. But do the Jews really stick together? Do they really? Yes, I know. This one's really old. Like, as you know, I had a new Trump hat on, a new Trump shirt on every day when I had my Trump store. But when I lost all of that fucking product. I lost all of my inventory when the store got caught on fire. Well, her empty food bowl with the residue in it would kind of debunk that. You can see what in my face? What's in my face? What can you see on my face? I mean, would I be lying if I said this? It doesn't get to me that I have to live like this now after everything I've done for this community and all the people I've helped and the fact that I've worked the same company for 28 years. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me. Does it get to me though? No, not really. Have there been nights that I've sat in my truck and been like, oh man, this really fucking sucks. It's hot. Yeah. Do I care? Not really. I'm a pretty good survivor. You got me on what? What are y'all talking about? You just make one little sentence and you don't ever clarify anything. Who's defending me in chat? I'm pitching a fit at him. What are you talking about? I don't think you were in school. I don't think you paid attention in school. That hat's even more fucked up. I worked in my Trump hat the other day, so it's pretty fucked up right now too. It's got grass and shit all over it. Oh, it's got tree trimmings all over it. That's what it's got. Should be. I threw it in the back of my truck because it was so dirty. There it is. Yeah, this hat's pretty fucked up too. Look, I can, you call it, I can, I don't know. Done a lot of work in that hat. I'm trying to scroll through all these comments, guys. There's a lot of comments to go through for one guy. I will gladly go live with anybody that wants to go live. All you got to do is request. I'll gladly go live. I look nothing like Justin Bieber. Nothing like Justin Bieber. That's a weird comment. You're right, I can't. Yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it says. You're right, I don't. I am the main character. Everybody's the main character of their own story. Oh, I'm a homeless bum. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. I had no clue. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's not the Army's job. The Army's job, no militant force shall ever be on American soil, is what the forefathers said. No militant force shall ever be over the people. The fact that they put National Guard in the streets in New York, which they still have right now, and now New Mexico has National Guard in the streets as of this month, which everybody's silent on because the New Mexico had to call in the National Guard because violence is so bad in there now. Think about that. Oh, Allen. There is an Allen on here. Okay. Well, my middle name, I'm Joshua Allen, Allen. So, holy shit. Are the liberals calling a black man a homeless bum? Isn't that racist of you? Isn't that racist of you? What's up, my ebony brother? So I'm going to go straight to the bottom of the comments now because I didn't realize there were so many. Well, you guys have let's say I'm not black. You're right. I'm not. I probably have some black in me with all this tan somewhere in my, all the Trump stuff on that guy's car. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, my friend. You're right, I'm not black. Okay, guys, I'm cutting this off. I gotta get out here and find some work. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for the day. Be safe out here. Be blessed. if I can go live again later, I might. We'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, I don't care about the hate comments. I don't care about that shit at all. Sky. Like I said, my car's not that. Well, I mean, I got dog hair on everything. No, my knives will stop you pretty good. My knives will stop you pretty good, I promise. Smoke break. I wouldn't ever want to get high, so high I forgot things. That would suck, man. That'd be a horrible way to live. I do understand that homeless people do that, though. I do understand. I've been talking to a lot of homeless people while I'm out here at night, and well, we don't have bus stop. We're such a small town. We don't have a bus system here at all. The closest bus system is 20 miles to the next town over. But I get the sentiment. I wouldn't know what to do if I found a briefcase full of money. Honestly, I don't know if I should turn it in or not. You know, I mean, I would. My first instinct would probably be to turn it in. But I'm not saying I would do that. That'd be a lie if I said I would. I would absolutely do that. I don't know exactly what I would do. All I know is if everybody asked me what I'd do if I had $100,000, first I would invest in myself to better my life so I could help better other people's lives, and then I'd help as many people as I could. I give a lot of money away. It's pretty racist, Jay. You're a pretty racist person, huh? We don't build up treasures on earth. We build up treasures in heaven. Like I said, I don't know if I'd turn it in. Yeah, turn it in. Somebody lost money. If that's a question. It's called Being in the Sun. But they do sell a pink Make America Great Again hat for women. It's called Being in the Sun. It used to be a nice red hat, but I've had this hat for about 2.5 years now. No, people do. When I was a kid, I was very naive, and I didn't know about, hey, I could keep that money. I thought it was illegal, and I turned in, somebody dropped their work bank bag outside of the business, and I walked inside and I said, hey, is this y'all's? And they're like, yeah, but they gave me $1,000. They gave me a cash reward for doing that. I'll pray for you if you're gay. I'm sorry about that for you. That's a choice, though. You weren't born that way. You make the choice to be against God. Hello. Announce. I identify as a wood chipper. It's weird how that fluctuates, right? I was live for a couple hours last night too, and for like 10 minutes it was like just horrible shit talking, and then it was good people, and then shit talking. Yeah, no, Lucky Strike's today. Lucky Strike activate blue, so I can crush it if I want a menthol. Not 305s today. Marlboro moved all of their tobacco factories overseas, so I don't buy Marlboros anymore. 305s, people laughing about 305s. I do smoke 305s. They're made by the Native Americans in Florida, just so you know. So, yeah. I don't know what that means. Infamous, breedable. I don't know what that means. I'm actually thinking about quitting smoking. I'm gonna switch over to Rogue for a little bit, or Zen, and I'm thinking about quitting smoking. For one, it's expensive. I didn't buy an extra pack of cigarettes today. So pray for me. You can help me with that. You know, just ask Jesus to bring blessings into my life. I'm alive. Butane, Seth, I'm alive. Absolutely. If you want that wood chipped, hit me up. You're smoking crack? You must be hanging out with Hunter Biden. How much wood could a woodchuck chip if the woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chip if the woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chip if the woodchuck chip wood? See, it's a tongue twister. Sally sells she sells down by the seashore. Sally sells she sells down by the seashore. What's twerk? What's twerk? I've never done a stream like this one today. I'm just enjoying watching all the trolls talk shit in here today. This is the first time I've actually gone through the comments. I don't know if you've ever done a live stream, but I've gotten like thousands of comments on here. It's really hard for one person to keep up with thousands of comments at a time. I don't have any moderators because every time I put a moderator on my channel, they censor people, and I don't censor people for anything. I tried the e-cigarette thing. For one, it's way more expensive than smoking cigarettes, and I got something called popcorn lung, man. I had this phlegm that was here, and I coughed all the time. That shit was horrible. Weed. I only smoke weed before bed. See, if anybody has a question, I am willing to answer it. I'm my worst deprecating person. Like I will talk shit about myself quicker than you will. Florida. I'm a Florida boy. See, I couldn't bring myself to do OnlyFans. You know, I could do feet finders, but I just wouldn't be able to. My morals won't let me do stuff like that. I could easily start an OnlyFans with the way I'm built and make a little bit of money off it. I'm not going to say I'd make hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I could download an AI app that would start an OnlyFans for me right now and make me millions of dollars, because OnlyFans models are dried up husks of whores that sleep with multiple guys that will never have a real good marriage because they're whores. And now they're being taken over by AI women. You Democrats are so sad you're paying to watch a cartoon masturbate. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. Just go watch some fucking hentai like a normal fucking person. You're paying to watch an animated figure masturbate, bro. Go watch some fucking otaku for free. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. I'm in Port Charlotte, Florida. You don't have to have anyone help you find you. I'm in Port Charlotte, Florida, sitting in front of fucking O'Reilly's Auto Parts right now on West Tarpon Boulevard. Zip code 33952. Fucking cowards. It's a hard bot life for us. A lot of bots, especially on the internet. shaking butt are... What do you mean? Oh, you made that. Hold on. I think I saw your comment a minute ago. Oh. I see what you're saying. Uncut. I'm all natural. It's Jesus said not to circumcise your babies after he came through because you're circumcised through the blood of Christ. And it's a lot more beneficial. Holy fuck, sex is way better when you're uncircumcised. Are you fucking kidding me? You lose none of your sensitivity whatsoever. I haven't eaten today, so no, I can't shark for you. Yeah. Someone else just comment. I know what you're talking about now. Like what those weird chicks do when they get on top of cars and shit. I don't find that attractive in the least little bit. No, don't kick anybody out of the chat, ever. I never censor anybody. That's your God-given right to talk shit to me. Torque that bird in the camera. I said, you got nothing to do in Berlin, Germany? What do you mean? Is that where you're at? Germany? Berlin, Germany? Wiesbaden was pretty cool. So was Frankfurt. You guys are kind of assholes, though. Where do I poop? In a bathroom? In a bathroom? Where do you poop? It wasn't my uncle, but a foster parent touched me when I was a kid. The state that America's in right this second, I think we're heading in a little bit better direction, but I don't believe, I call this the United States Communist Party now. I don't call this really America that much anymore. I would love to have my America back, and I will keep fighting until we do have our America back, but I really don't think we have a great America right this second. But Trump's only been in office for 100 days. You guys are acting like he's been in office for the whole 4-year term already. He's already done more in 100 days. He's broke records, like lifetime United States records in his first month in office. His first 100 days, he's broke tariff records like fucking crazy. Brought more revenue into America than any sitting president ever has. We're talking trillions of dollars. You understand this, right? We've made $8 trillion for our country off of Donald Trump in the 100 days he's been in office. $8 trillion fucking dollars. $4 trillion just in this Middle East thing he just did. $4 trillion just in the Middle East thing he just did. If we go at this rate, our debt will be paid off by the end of next year. You understand that, right? America will finally have balanced books for the first time in 100 years of our history. Do you get how that works? That's fucking amazing. The fact that you people can say he's evil and he's against you, first of all, he's never ordered any American citizens to be arrested. That's not a thing that's happened, okay? As a matter of fact, he refused to send the National Guard into the streets when you people were fucking tearing shit up because he said the government doesn't have that authority, and he's right. Under the Constitution, that's the state's ability. He did offer the National Guard to Hochul and them. They denied it. So all of that destruction, that's on your state. The government isn't here to run the country. They're here to do it just what the people that elect say. That's it. They're not an authority over anything. The people of the country are the authority over everything. The government is here, and we have laws in place to keep the government in check. We don't have laws in place to keep citizens in check. We have laws in place to keep the government in check. You know what? That's a good question. What got me here in the first place? Skyfire. Um, to be honest, growing up, I was the biggest RPG role-playing nerd. I played Dungeons and Dragons, played a game called Vampire Lycans. I grew up watching fucking nerd movies. Obviously, I got Star Trek tattoos and anime tattoos all over me. And then I saw Donald Trump run for office, which since the 80s, if you were an 80s baby, you would know that all of these people that now hate Donald Trump have been begging him to run for president since the 80s. He did, let's go with Oprah Winfrey. He did a show with Oprah Winfrey in 1985 where they were begging him, they were asking, will you run for president? And guess what he said? The exact same thing he's saying right now. He said, I might need to one day. I'm not going to now. But every stance he had from 1985 to now is exactly consistent. 100%. He hasn't changed his tune even a little bit. He's the only sitting president that's come into the country and looked at this country like a business and ran this country like it's a business and brought our GDP to a level that it's never been at under any other president. He brought our unemployment to levels. He released more people from prisons that shouldn't have been in there. Even people that should have been in there. He signed bills to get them out of there. You know, I'm not a fan of the fact that what I'm waiting for is a president that actually stands for the Constitution itself. So I'm a constitutionalist. I've made this very clear. I'm waiting for a president that pardons all felons and gives them their rights back. I'm waiting for a president that enacts the First Amendment to the letter, passes laws that make it harder for law enforcement to violate the Constitution instead of easier. That's what I would like to have happen. But that's not what I voted for because we didn't have anyone on the ballot like that. Who did we have? We had Donald J. Trump, a man that wants to come in and bring industrialism back to our country. He wants to bring morals, Christian values back to our country. He wants to bring back everything that made our country great. You understand, we have more tradition and history with tariffs than we do taxes, right? The taxes were only here for the World War and then they were supposed to end. That was it. We needed the taxes to pay for our military at the time. Okay, but we've been a tariff country. When we were the richest country in the world is when we were in under tariffs. And we're getting back to that. Because as you can see, like I just said, he's literally brought $8 trillion back into our country through these tariffs and through the programs that he's setting up. I mean, my God, the Abraham Accords alone, record peace in the Middle East for the first time in any sitting president ever. That's crazy. Just that in itself. The first president to ever step foot on North Korean soil, one of our biggest fucking enemies, while they were threatening to fucking bomb us, bro. They were threatening to destroy America, and Donald Trump stepped foot in their country and told him, I will blow your shit the fuck out of the water right now. I will hit that button if you don't shut the fuck up. He told Putin, he told terrorist leaders where their addresses were while he was talking to them in actual fucking meetings. He said, this is where your house at. This is where I'm gonna drop the fucking bombs. You know what I mean? He's savage and people fear him. Other countries fear him. We have to have a strong leader, period. You know why people won't vote for women, right? Because they're not leaders. No offense, ladies, but there are countries that literally will come start war with our country just because we had a female president. You understand that, right? Our military was gutted by Biden, filled with mentally incompetent people that can't do anything, that would literally go online and say, if we go to war, we'll just go to the other side. That's fucking insane. You should be in prison for saying that while you're in a uniform, period. They're making TikToks, twerking online. We look so weak for the past 4.5 years. And now we're in a position of power again for the first time. He just went and stopped the war between Pakistan and India. You know what I mean? Just that quick. They started it up. He said, no, fuck that shit. Do what I say. And they're doing it. You know what I mean? You don't even hear anything about Israel and Hamas anymore at all. Nothing. Except for the fact that Donald Trump today said, you hear nothing about Ukraine really anymore and Russia. That all disappeared. That was all propaganda for the left. And now that Donald Trump's in office, they don't use that as propaganda any longer. You know what I mean? So thank God Donald Trump finally came out today and he said flat out, we're probably just going to wash our hands of Ukraine and Russia. Done. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because here's the sad fact of the matter. The fucking dictator, ex-KGB piece of shit Putin, was willing to have peace talks, but Zelensky was butthurt and said he would end our country if we didn't give him billions more dollars. Well, bye-bye, Zelensky. Fucking glass Ukraine for all I give a fuck, and we'll just take it and protect it ourselves. Ukraine's not our ally. They're not a part of NATO. We do not have an embargo with fucking Ukraine, bro. You know, Ukraine is on the same setting that Russia would be on. You know, the main situation with this, I mean, I don't back Putin by any means, but I get where they're coming from. NATO started moving towards one of their main military ports that just happens to be accessed in Ukraine, which, by the way, 90-something% of Ukraine, those parts of Ukraine, said they would rather be part of Russia again. Because you do understand, Ukraine was Russia, right? They split off from the Soviets during the, you understand that, right? So there was an agreement for Kiev. That agreement was up. Putin took it after the agreement was up. So he didn't violate any laws when he took Kiev. Kiev is a main port for the Russian military, bro. So we shouldn't be involved in anybody else's wars, though. They're not ours. You don't see anybody coming to America and trying to go to war with us, do you? That's because we're savage motherfuckers who just blow your shit up. You think what these other countries are doing is savage? Man, you don't know shit about being savage. You see what the fuck we do to other countries. Ha! Ha! And that's why we're America. That's why everybody turns to us to be their daddy. We're the world's daddy. We have to spank everybody in the world just to get them by. You know what? That's funny that you guys say that Trump supports Israel so big, because didn't he literally just tell Israel to go fuck themselves? If they're going to violate his agreement, then he's not going to help them, was his exact words. So stop saying that he backs Israel 100%, because he really doesn't. Because this whole shit going on with Iran and Israel, he literally said, hey, if you do an offensive when I told you not to, he will no longer send you money or back you. So, I mean, why don't you pay attention? Oh, I don't drink at all. I don't drink alcohol at all. I hate alcohol. But I've been smoking since I was 11 years old. So, I mean, I've been smoking a long fucking time. I quit for 2 years, and then I started smoking again, which was stupid. I should have never done that. Nobody wants to add space on my truck, bro. I would answer that bump too, but I'm just not even going to justify the morality of that. Are you a woman? Are you a good-looking woman? Because that's my favorite flavor. No, I don't have nobody but the dog. The people, I put them in danger. But that's okay. Well, the IDF they're an okay force, but realistically, they couldn't even go in and get the hostages back. We had to send in 7th Special Forces units and 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment to do that in the beginning. So, I mean, they're obviously not the most elite tactical team on the planet, like people are saying, because, well, for one, they're full of women, and for two, and I think it's pretty fucking hot women in the Israeli Defense Force, don't they? Some pretty smoking hot women. Holy crap. There's some pretty good-looking Israeli women. Cuban women are beautiful, too. We have a lot of Cubans down here in Florida. Do you sell your Huns? Huns? I don't do the abbreviation text talk. I'm an old man. I didn't grow up with cell phones, so. Why does it keep going off and then reconnecting? That's weird. I haven't watched hentai since I was a teenager, bro. But yeah, I know what hentai. I used to watch the fuck out of anime, bro. Are you kidding me? I used to watch the shit out of anime. I like redheads though. Redheads are my thing. I like Japanese girls too. But redheads are like a redheaded woman with an Irish accent. Buddy, whip me, beat me, make me bleed. Kinky sex is what I need, baby. That's all I could say. Fucking, I read that on a bathroom wall when I was 13 and I never forgot that saying. No, I definitely like redheaded freckled girls. That's my thing. I like brunettes and blondes too. I really don't have a specific preference, but if I did have a specific preference, it would be redheads, Irish women. Oh, Spanish women are pretty hot too, but not as hot as Irish women, in my opinion. There's a girl on here that she simply does farming all day in these big, dirty sweats, and her hair is always up in a messy bun, and to me, that's the sexiest thing in the world, bro. Go ahead. And I know every cop and animal control enforcement agent in my whole town. Every single one of them. One of you liberals called the cops on me last year, and I told him flat out, if anyone ever tried to take my dog, I'd fucking kill him. So, I mean, if you're going to come after my certified service animal, be ready to fucking kill me. I ain't going nowhere. I'll sit right here and wait for him. You know that doxing is illegal, right? You know that swatting is a federal offense and it's a fucking felony, right? So if you did call animal control, that would be considered swatting. So thank you for letting me know it was you that did it. In the state of Florida, that's a felony. And all the country, that's a felony. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I have the dog clean me up. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The only thing I watch right now is I'm rewatching, oh no, cancel. Oh no, what just happened?